Start up. We want to output this one. Start virtual camera. Output should be delete that, add source, add camera. There we go. Oh, and then flip. Going live there. Should be an announcement. Should be all set to go, I think. Let me just go to manage videos. Live, hello, hello. Turn on monetization. Howdy, howdy. We are just getting started. Gotta copy this. Sorry, we're just getting some stuff set up. Howdy, howdy. Hope everybody's having a good day. Welcome all. We're just getting started. I did not watch the Timescape video, no. We're doing all right. I think I can actually hide my... Hopefully you guys can hear me all right. There we go. I've hid my thing so that it's should be good to go. Yeah, how's my audio sound? Seems like it's all right. Glad to hear it. Welcome, welcome. Hopefully we'll have a good stream today, get some good, interesting conversations. I think everything is set up so that, how can you go back and forth with flats for more than 5 minutes? Seems exhausting. It can be, but I just think of it as a teaching moment, you know? Oh, did I actually send out an announcement yet? I don't think I did. Let's send an announcement on the Discord. On YouTube and TikTok. Yeah, it's a teaching moment. That's the way to think about it, right? And yeah, we should be all set a Rooney. We got our YouTube. Oh, you know what? I should pop out the chat here. Then will I actually need this open? That's a good question. I don't know if the chat will still work if I have the stream closed, but maybe it will. Great. Makes it much easier. And easier on my computer too. I feel like I'd be in Groundhog Day, kind of. Yeah, sort of. Have you ever tried debating those bigger flat earthers like David? Yeah, I have. Usually they don't want to talk to me. Am I back home? I am, absolutely. Do you plan to do socialism debate soon? I think I found a niche, and probably not, to be honest. It just, they don't do as well, and I have to do a lot of reading, a lot more reading to stay up to date on like recent studies and stuff, and there's only so much, you can only spread yourself so thin, right? So you gotta be careful, you gotta pick and choose. No one actually believes flat Earth. They all just want. I mean, well, they did want a free trip to Antarctica. So, yeah, the live streams they're being multi-streamed to YouTube, and they will be live streamed there. Yeah. Can we focus on flat Earth lore instead of proving right or wrong? Yeah. So, like, what's beyond the ice wall? Some people say there's like Valhalla there, which is crazy. But you know, could be true, right? Yeah. Would I ever consider doing those 20v1 Jubilee videos? Yeah, it could be fun. Yeah, flat earthers are fun. Yeah, there are some nice debates on Discord. That's a fair point. Absolutely. Yeah, no, I've seen the map. I've seen the flat Earth map. It's very, very funny. It's like it is just like fan fiction, right? Like it's flat Earth fan fiction. Would I rather be omniscient or omnipotent? That is an interesting question that you ask. I'd probably rather be omnipotent. That's an easy one. Well, yeah, flat earthers can't give a single model to explain everything, because if they did, it would be falsifiable. That's the problem. Yeah, the VOD will be available on YouTube. It's automatic, like YouTube automatically posts live streams for rewatching after the live stream is over. Did I change the guesting system? No, you can still join on TikTok. I just want to verify that we just got our first guest. Great. So, Trencer, how's it going? I just want to verify that your audio is coming through on YouTube. Can you just give me a sound off?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good, but I'm not on YouTube. I'm on TikTok.
No, I know, but your audio is being transmitted over the internet tubes to YouTube as well. Great, but it seems like they should be able to hear you. So, yeah, what shape do you think the Earth is?
Honestly, I think the Earth is flat. Let me tell you why.
Yeah.
Okay, so the sun is always in the same spot. I don't think that would happen on a circular Earth.
What do you mean it's always in the same spot?
Like, you know how the sun and the moon, like, the way it spins?
But, like,
I think...
like in the morning it's in the east, and in the evening it's in the west, right?
Yeah, I know.
So
and
how is it always in the same spot?
Like, when you look out in, like, the sky, it's just straight. And if it was, like, a circular planet, it would be, like, spherical.
What?
It's just a flat... Like, you see, like, it's just a flat land, and it's not, like... Yeah, I don't think it's ever going to be a... I don't think it's, like, a circle. I just think it's a square, honestly.
Wait, hold on. What? Are you like? Are you trolling me right now, or?
No, I'm serious. I think the Earth is a square. Honestly.
All right, no, you're definitely trolling. Flat Earthers don't think the Earth is a square. You gotta learn better. Gotta learn your troll better.
Listen, the Nigerian
Get out of here.
He came out with news saying...
Nigerian prince. It was a good troll, but it was a troll nonetheless. By the way, if you're in the guest box and you think that the Earth is round, get out of the guest box.
Hello?
Musai, what shape do you think the Earth is?
What do I think about flat Earth?
What shape do you think the Earth is?
According to the Bible, it's a circle, right? It's 2D. It's flat.
You think it's flat? Okay. Want to tell me? So is it just the Bible that convinces you, or is there any, like, would any evidence convince you otherwise?
Nah, man. The Bible says it's a circle, so it's 2-dimensional, right?
Well, it's definitely not 2-dimensional. It's definitely like 3-dimensional, right? Like you can move up and down, right?
No, but according to the Bible, it's a circle, right? So technically, it is 2-dimensional.
Which verse in the Bible?
Isaiah 20.
Isaiah 20. What's the? Can you read the verse for me?
Verse 22. I'll read it for you. Wait, man. I think it's Isaiah 40. I got it mixed up.
Okay. Isaiah 40.
Oh my God. No way.
What's the verse? Isaiah 40 is a chapter, right?
Yeah, just give me a minute. Apologies. Yeah, okay. Isaiah 40. Yeah, I'm correct.
What's the verse?
Verse 22.
Verse 42.
22.
22. Okay. Yeah. He sits enthroned above the circle of the earth, and its people are like grasshoppers. He's stretched. Okay, yeah, sure. It definitely says that. Why do you think that makes it true?
Yeah, because according to the Bible, is it not divinely inspired? Therefore,
I don't think so. But like, what do you make of the fact that we have pictures of the Earth from space?
Nah, they're false propaganda. They're false. What are you talking about? They're confusing you, brother.
What's the goal of the propaganda?
It's to confuse the people. It's to control us. It's to manipulate us into believing
Yeah,
facts.
what? But like, what do they gain?
I mean, they get to deceive us and control us, don't they?
Control us how? Like, so what? Like, if you think the Earth is a globe, how does that affect your life? How does that affect your
No,
decision making?
they get it twisted. They get it twist our minds into believing some things are facts, and we
Wait a
really
minute.
can't.
So, like, what do they gain if we think the Earth is a globe?
If you think it's spherical,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's just like to be honest with you, I guess it's just like it's a joke. They're joking with us now.
Oh, so there's no reason to do it.
No, yeah, it's a joke. They want to like deceive us, keep us controlled.
It seems like an awfully
They're a joke.
expensive joke, right?
What you
Because
mean?
it would cost billions or trillions of dollars to keep so many people in on this conspiracy, right?
Yeah, but the world is run by a world government. It's not run by different countries. That's a facade. It's not real.
I don't know what that has to do with what I said. All I'm saying is that if they don't gain anything from it, but it costs billions or perhaps even trillions of dollars, why would they do it?
They didn't actually go up to space. That's what I'm telling you about. They didn't go up there and check.
Yeah. So they instead have to spend billions or trillions of dollars keeping the lie going. Why would they do that? What's the benefit?
What do you mean? No,
They have to pay. Wait, okay. How many people?
The minute they
How many
said so,
people?
like, they don't have to
How
spend
many
much
people?
money.
How many people do you think NASA employs?
No, NASA it's a false company, bro. It's a false.
There are people who work at NASA.
Corporation.
You can
What do you
can
mean?
apply to work at NASA. It's a real place.
Yeah, but the ones that are working, they sign a contract. They sell their souls.
Yeah. So if you work at NASA, you get paid. So that costs money, right?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I can't. It's a circle, man. According to the Bible, it's a circle. Therefore, it's flat. Deal with it.
Sounds like. Oh yeah, he was trolling. Okay. But by the way, all if you're trolling, not a good use of your time. Not fun for anybody involved. Maybe it's fun for you, I guess, but you just end up looking dumb. Mally, how's it going?
Hi Blitz, how are you?
I'm doing all right. What shape do you think the Earth is?
Well, the question is that you say that flat Earth is dead. Flat Earth is kind of a religion, and you
Okay.
can't kill religion.
Sorry. Please answer my
without killing
question. Please answer my question.
Sorry?
Please answer my question. What shape do you think the Earth is?
Of course, Earth is a globe. No
All
problem
right.
with that.
Thanks for being here.
Hello, sir.
Howdy. Big Flounder, what
Great,
shape do you think the Earth is?
So I do think it's a globe. I have a question first. Can I ask you one question before I go?
Sure.
So do you? I've seen you do a lot of God debates, obviously,
Mhm.
and I'm just curious if this question kind of comes from this biblical answer, because I'm personally a Christian who kind of thinks that it never really talks about the shape of the Earth in the Bible. So I'm just
Well, it
wondering
does in
if this
it does in
comes-
two places, at least two places. It does in Isaiah 40, and it does in Job 28 or something like that.
Well, the only ones that I think could necessarily be seen as
38, that's what it is.
I guess the shape. It does talk about the earth being shaped into clay, and the verse that guy just brought up, where he says the circle. But I think that those are ambiguous enough, and they could be using some form of what's the word I'm looking for? Sorry.
Yes, it's metaphor if it doesn't.
Metaphor,
No,
right.
look. It's just true that the ancient Israelites, the ancient Hebrews, did think that the Earth was flat. That's true, and they got that from the Egyptians, who also thought that the Earth was flat. Like it's just true. People on Earth didn't know the shape of the Earth, basically anywhere until 2,500 years ago, and these texts were composed about 2,500 to 2,800 years ago. It's just true that these people thought the Earth was flat.
Okay. Well, honestly, truth be told, I didn't really know much about how the ancient Hebrew or Egyptian culture saw the shape of the planet. So I really thank you for educating me on that.
Yep.
There are a couple of interesting. I'm not obviously not a flat earther, but I think there are some interesting things, like the fact that. How about the fact that the Moai cultures and people in, I believe it's Australia, have found similar DNA links to like thousands of years ago, considering how far they are apart.
I don't know who the Moai people are.
They're the people on Easter Island. They made like the.
Oh,
Or I
yeah,
don't think
yeah.
it's the Moai,
That's
they made
because
Moai,
because
sorry.
Polynesians,
Yeah,
which-
Polynesian. Sorry, I
which
apologize
the
for
people on Eastern Island are the same group of people that came from Southeast Asia and then populated basically Australasia, right? It's the same group. That's why there's a relationship between Hawaiians, inhabitants of what is now called Easter Island, and yeah, so like Polynesia, like it's all one big people group. But anyway, that is not on topic, so I do gotta let you go.
All right. Well, thank you, sir. I really appreciate it.
Have a good one. New Zealand, that's the last one. Thank you. It's the Polynesian Triangle. Right, let's bring on the next guest. Although Australians, the native Australians, the what you might call, well, yeah, the native Australians, they are not closely related to Polynesians. So I think that you may have gotten them confused with New Zealanders. Or actually, they're just called New Zealanders, not New Zealanders. I don't think that Aboriginals or Aborigines is really like the good word that you want to be using anymore. Like, I think that there's reasons why we don't use that. I don't remember why, but yeah, I was gonna say that's why I didn't use that. That's why I used the native Australians instead. Perhaps indigenous is better. New Zealanders are Maori. Maori is a type of Polynesian, yes. All right, it looks like Daemon is not connecting. Flat holographic principle, flat universe, thus flatly world. Well, we don't know that the holographic universe applies to our universe. We prefer Indigenous or First Nations. I didn't know that Indigenous Australians preferred First Nations, but I'll keep that in mind. Thanks for letting me know. Andy, how's it going?
What up?
What shape do you think the Earth is?
I don't know.
Why'd you come up?
Well, because I wanted to talk to you about it.
So when you say, go ahead.
So I'm probably more of a globe person, but like the math, like all the underground water, or all the under ocean water lines, and how about flight paths? Like, explain
What
that.
about them?
Well, like how they don't connect, like it doesn't make sense on a globe, it makes sense on the flat.
So I've never actually seen a flight path that does make sense on a flat Earth. Often what you might be thinking of is you'll see flat earthers, they'll say this makes sense on a flat Earth, but then they take like the Mercator projection, which is the kind of like the map that they usually show in classrooms, like the one where it's like on the left hand side is the Americas and on the right hand side is Asia, and then it's like fat at the bottom and fat at the top. Flight paths don't make sense on that map, but that's because that's not a globe, right? If we instead go look at an actual globe, so if you like get a physical globe and then you just plot the flight paths, they always make perfect sense. But you actually have to look at a globe. You can also do this with Google Earth. In fact, well, no, my computer will crash if I try to run Google Earth while multi-streaming. But one thing that can't be explained on a flat Earth, which is always funny, is so flights from anywhere north of the equator will work roughly just as well on a flat Earth map, this kind of circular map, and on a globe, because the flat Earth map is an approximation of the northern hemisphere of the globe. But once you have flights connecting points in the southern hemisphere to other points in the southern hemisphere, like Sydney, Australia to Johannesburg, or Johannesburg, South Africa, now they don't make any sense on a flat Earth. They take the paths should be way too long. They should pass over like Asia, but they don't. In real life, you fly completely over the ocean the entire time, and you might just barely fly over Antarctica. But that's the actual path, and these are plane tickets that you can actually buy.
Right. And then, like, the whole Antarctic Treaty, also, you know, that's the only thing that the Earth has, like, agreed upon.
No, I think there's like 50 signatories, and or maybe like 70 or something like that. Not every country has signed on to the Antarctic Treaty, and it also doesn't prevent people from going to Antarctica, right? I mean, like just last month, 4 flat earthers and a few globers went to Antarctica with a private company. Like you can just go. It's just expensive and dangerous.
And cold.
Yeah, and cold. Although not as cold as you might think in the southern summer. It's
right.
still pretty cold, but it's not like you'll die if you step outside cold.
Correct. Yeah, no, I wanted to get your thoughts on that, and like the underground water cables for like the internet and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more of a mathematical guy, and
So what's the math that you have an issue with?
Well, like if you pull up like all the cables underwater, like there's none connecting.
I mean it's just not true.
America to.
So there's a cable that's currently under construction. It's set to be built in 2027, connecting Argentina to Japan. Like it's just not true that like this is not a thing that's possible, right? And there are those connecting Australia to like the Middle East. There are those connecting. There's even one connecting Australia to Africa, if I remember correctly. Like you can go look at the maps. I mean, yes, it is true that most undersea cables are going to be between nearby places because it's easier to lay undersea cables when you don't have to go very far. So it's better, it's more efficient for cables to go from, say, South America up to North America and then across because it's a shorter distance. But it's absolutely not a thing that there just are none. You there?
Yeah, I was trying to double check it.
Like there's one connecting Brazil to Africa, for example. There's another one that's planned that I think is going to be built in what? Well, okay, this one doesn't have a date when it's going to be being built yet. So, but there's another one that's planned from what is that, Perth? From Western Australia to Johannesburg. So like these are things. They're real.
Right.
People wouldn't be investing billions or millions of dollars in these things if they were fake, right?
Well, right. All right. I was just getting your thoughts on that stuff.
Okay. Have a good one.
Thanks, man.
It's not global warming. No, I think that there actually is one that's already built from no, there's one that's already built from Brazil to Africa. The South Atlantic cable system already exists. It was built in 2018. All right, let's bring up the next guest.
Hello?
Hey, how's it going? What shape do you think
how are
Earth
you?
is? Doing all right.
I think it's round.
Okay, why'd you
But
join?
I did come on here because I wanted to ask you a question.
Okay, make it quick.
Can you explain the Young's modulus to me?
Yeah, it's basically how springy an object is.
And you know the concept of the space elevator, right?
Sure.
Do you think that would ever be possible?
I'm not a material science guy, so I don't really know. I'd have to look into it.
All right, okay. Thank you anyway.
Take care. Today is not Ask a Physicist, y'all. Yeah, I'm absolutely humming OCT. It's catchy. All right, let's bring up Robo Crap. Robo, how's it going?
All right, sir. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. What shape do you think the Earth is?
Oh, most definitely seems flat to me. I mean, when I wake
Why do you
up,
think
I
so?
don't perceive it. Because when I wake up and I get up, I don't perceive any movement. I don't feel no such a thing like a gravi- gravi- what did you call it?
Gravity?
Gravitation, gravity, and I feel none of that stuff, man. It's just like
Robo, how old are you?
how's- I'm 35, brother.
So maybe it's just me, but when so I'm 31. When I try to get out of bed, I definitely feel gravity keeping me in. Like
That's just
every
'cause
time
you
I get up,
probably have
it's just my bones creak, my tendons ache because you gotta fight against gravity to stand up.
You're aging, same as me. We're both aging, bro.
Well, yeah.
We
So
can't do
why
nothing about it.
why does it take so much effort to stand up?
I mean, like I said, we were aging when we were kids. We didn't feel none of that. We would have felt it.
Well,
even
no,
so.
it's because the strain that gravity puts on your body, you have to fight against that strain, and now your bones and your tendons and your muscles are not as responsive, not as resilient against that strain.
Is that how you look at it?
I mean, if there was no gravity, you wouldn't feel anything. You'd be able to get up without feeling anything. You would just float away, in fact.
I mean, you get that we're aging, right? You get what aging means?
Yes, I know what
You're
aging
gonna turn
means.
100.
Yes, Robo, I understand. The point is that the whole reason why you feel any weight at all, why it takes effort to lift something is because of gravity.
Maybe you gotta take off your puffy jacket, bro. You sleep with your puffy jacket, or you sleep?
I'm wearing a t-shirt.
T-shirt?
So
Okay,
you've lifted weights before, right?
I was thinking the only way I will feel that if I get my jacket or my sweater wet, and then
You've
feel
lifted
some
weights
kinda
before,
way.
right?
Yeah.
Why?
I mean,
why
not so
does
much,
it?
yeah.
Why do you have to fight against? What is pulling the weights down that you have to fight against?
What is pulling the weight down? The weight itself, the mass.
What? Right. What do you think causes that weight?
If you add mass to mass, it's gonna cause more mass, more weight. And
Why
it
do
depends
things?
what kind of.
Why is it being pulled down? What is causing it to being pulled down?
What is causing it to be pulled down? The mass,
Yeah.
bro. I just answered you.
Okay, so mass. So just mass existing just goes down.
Yes. We don't.
Why?
I mean, if it would have had wings, it would have gone up. It would have fly.
Why does mass
what
existing go down?
Why do animals with wings go up and fly?
Because they apply a force that pushes them upwards. So in order for something to go downwards, there has to be a force.
Right, but look at the weight. The weight.
Right. So weight is a type of force caused by.
Weight is a type of force that's caused what?
Weight is the force caused by.
Weight is the force caused by mass.
Mass isn't a force.
It is.
No, mass is basically a count of how many protons and neutrons are in something. Cranky old Cuber, thank you for the $5 super chat. I appreciate you.
I like how this is going. Let's talk about why is it that the world is spinning only when I'm super drunk, bro? If I don't drink a
Robo, are you
Hobukana
trolling
bottle,
me? Are you trolling me?
No, I'm speaking facts. If I don't drink a Hobukana bottle, the world's not gonna spin at all.
So,
but if I take
have you ever looked at a
Bucanas-
clock before?
Yeah, especially when you're drunk, the clock would be.
Yeah,
spinning.
so you know how like the hour hand on a clock, how slowly it moves? Like it's so slow you can't even see it moving, right?
Yeah.
Well, so the Earth spins twice as slow as that. You think you're gonna feel that?
Twice as slow than the clock?
Twice as slow as the hour hand. The hour hand goes around twice in the time it takes the Earth to spin once.
But I thought it was spinning 700 miles per hour.
It's spinning once per day. Makes one full revolution in one day.
So why people say it's spinning like 700 or 800 miles per hour? I don't get it.
Because they don't know how to describe rotation. You don't use miles per hour to describe rotation. If you've ever been to the hardware store and you buy a drill, the drill doesn't say spins at 300 miles per hour. It says spins at 1200 RPM or whatever. Right? We talk about rotation rate in RPM, and the Earth's RPM is like 0.00 like 16 or something like that.
So it's spinning like So it's not even spinning. You're trying to tell me it's not spinning?
It's spinning, just very slow.
Now you got me thinking, bro.
I
Now you're
hope
kind of
so.
you're kind of convincing me because people used to say it was like 700 miles an hour. I was like, how is that possible?
Yeah, so the way that we talk about rotation is in terms of like RPM, right? Now, if you want to talk about how quickly like a point on the Earth is moving relative to the center, how quickly it's moving sideways, you can talk about that, but it's just not a useful measure of rotation rate.
I mean, it might for the right reasons. But
Yeah, so usually it's not like in very few equations is that relevant.
yeah. So I'm trying to get to now. I got more questions now. I'm gonna come up with them, but I gotta think about what you just said. Who's right and who's wrong though? Is it you or the other people that's saying
It's I
700?
I can assure you it's me. The people who are
Can
saying
you look it up? Can you look it
the
up in
people
Google?
the people who are well, so I don't need to. This is something that I know because I have a PhD in physics. The people who are telling you that the Earth is flat are the same people who couldn't pass Algebra 2 in high school.
Right. No, but it's not that they're. I don't believe it because they're telling me. It's because how I perceive it, how I see it, and how everything makes sense to me. But how about let's talk about the water and the oceans. People says that the waves and the oceans
Mm-hmm.
are because the moon is pulling
No,
this water,
that's the
right?
tides. Yeah, that's the tides.
And it's caused because of the moon, right? Pulling
Yep.
it, the gravity. So if I have a cup of water next to the sitting in front of the beach, why is it not pulling my water? And it's just a little
It
small
is.
portion of water.
It is. But in order to make the tides rise by 1 foot,
I think
you need please, I'm explaining. So let's say the tides rise by 1 foot over the course of a day. That's about normal, right? Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less, but whatever. That has to take the entire oceans over to one side just to raise it by 1 foot. That's the entire ocean. So yes, if you have a little cup of water, there will be a tide, but it'll be so small because in order for the tides we see, you need the whole oceans. A little cup of water, you're not going to notice it at all.
that's what I'm saying. Why, if it's this so much force pulling this water, so much water, why the only thing pulling it is my straw? When
Well,
I'm
gravity is keeping it down.
on
Like
it,
the Earth's gravity keeps it
I'm
down, right?
sipping on my water, like I'm the one pulling it to my stomach. But
Robocrap, are you trolling me?
no, we're speaking facts right now. We're speaking facts. Why is it that I got more gravity than your moon? That's what I don't understand.
So there's two things happening. First, the force of gravity isn't just dependent on the thing doing the pulling. It's also dependent on the thing that's feeling it, right? So a hummingbird will feel a weaker gravity than, or rather, let's say that like a 1 pound dumbbell will feel a weaker gravity than a 45 pound like barbell weight. And that's because the 45 pound barbell weight has more mass. So the gravitational force is 45 times bigger on the barbell. So the water in your cup, it doesn't have a whole lot of weight. So the moon doesn't actually have a big effect on it, whereas the oceans have huge weight. So the moon's going to have a much bigger effect. Now, the reason why you're able to use a straw is because what you're doing is you're creating a vacuum in your, in your lungs, in your throat, and so on. And so there's a pressure differential between the top of the straw, where it's a vacuum, or not really, but it is a vacuum, and the bottom of the straw, which is where your, where your straw is in the water. And so if there's a pressure differential, if that pressure differential is strong enough, meaning that if it's strong enough to overcome the force of gravity, then it'll go up the straw.
Still not answering my question, but I mean, that's just another question I have. And then okay, where's that? Okay, so if it's spinning in 1 hour, how fast is it going?
In
Like
1 hour, it's spinning. It goes through
the world
1/24th.
spinning in an hour, 1 hour. How fast is the Earth spinning?
It spins 1/24th of a full revolution every hour.
So we're talking about like what?
So like what 15 degrees. So that's, I guess, the half the angle that a clock makes over the course of an hour.
So how many miles per hour?
It's a rotation rate. I don't know why you're like. Again, rotation rates, we talk about revolutions per minute, or we talk about degrees per hour. We don't usually talk about miles per hour when we're talking about rotation.
You don't?
No, it's just not a useful measure. Like, again, if you go to the store and you look at a drill, like an electric drill, it doesn't say miles per hour. It says rotations per minute.
Rotations per minute. So one
RPM.
One full spin in 1 hour? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, no, it's one full spin in 24 hours.
In 24 hours. Wow. So how is this possible? How is it? What? So why would it do that? First of all, for what reason?
Why would it spin? I mean,
Yeah.
it spins because of the way that it formed, right? If you have a bunch of stuff that's gravitationally attracting each other, then they're going to orbit together, and as they get closer and closer and coalesce into a ball, it'll just end up spinning because they were orbiting in a certain direction.
Well, can you demonstrate how would that happen? Like, and your
If you want to see
solution,
you want to see like a YouTube video of like a simulation or something like that?
No. I want you to demonstrate. Get to objects and or orbit them and 1 hour per hour, and let's see if they stay in the air like that.
Well, I mean, they won't stay in the air on Earth, because on Earth they'll fall to the ground because the Earth has gravity, right? But
Well, what do
these
you
two,
need?
but the things that formed the Earth didn't have an Earth that predated it, right? So, like,
Right.
before Earth existed, there was no gravity to pull it down to stop it from spinning. But now, if something falls to the ground, there's like friction and all of that stuff that'll stop things from doing what they want to do.
So wait, you're saying because of this 1 hour per hour spin, we're floating on space?
No, well, I mean, Earth is in space, yes. We are on Earth, and Earth is moving through space, yeah.
Well, nothing is holding it. It's just out there floating like a balloon, like a.
Well, no, I mean,
helium balloon.
the sun is holding the Earth in its orbit.
Wait. The sun is doing what?
The sun has gravity. It's causing the Earth to go around it.
Wait. So the sun has gravity holding like strings, holding the
It's not like strings.
well, this gravity thing holding the Earth so it doesn't fall down, right? It's holding this huge, this massive Earth with all this water, all of us in it. I mean, we got trains, everything. That's heavy. That's pretty heavy. Just the train itself is pretty heavy. So why is it not? If this gravity is so strong, why is it not pulling us? We made of.
It does pull us. That's why we stay. That's why we stay with the Earth.
No.
So if the sun didn't affect us, then we wouldn't stay on the Earth, right? We would fly off.
No, I'm not speaking about pulling us with the Earth, like you, like me, just leaving the Earth here and us going to the sun. Like it's pulling us. No, it's holding us. It's holding the Earth. So why is it not pulling us? If
It is pulling us.
Strong gravity that's holding
it is.
the Earth.
It is pulling us. In fact,
the sun. I don't feel like I'm floating.
The sun causes tides.
We're not floating, bro. We're not going towards the sun right now. We're standing on the Earth.
Did you hear me?
Aren't you?
Did you hear me? Did you hear me? The sun causes tides. When the sun and the moon align with each other, the tides are bigger. This is called a king tide. Otherwise, the moon's tides are a little bit bigger than the sun's because the moon is so much closer. But yeah, the sun does cause tides, which is just an example of how the sun's gravity pulls on us.
You're not getting what I'm saying.
I think I am.
Think about this. The sun, it's so strong that it's holding the Earth right on the air,
Yep.
so it won't
And us.
fall down,
And
right?
us.
Which is called gravity.
And it holds us.
I'm even making sound effects for you. Okay, so us being so light, shouldn't it make sense that it will pull us up? Like,
So it
if it was
does.
so,
That's
if
why
it
we
was this strong gravity
so
holding
look,
the Earth.
so I think you're misunderstanding. So because of the sun's orbit, the Earth and everything, or sorry, because of the sun's gravity, the Earth and everything on the Earth orbits the sun. We all go around the sun together. So that accounts for the entirety of the sun's gravitational effect on us. Then, on top of that, we also have the Earth's gravity that keeps us stuck to the Earth. But if we turned off the sun's effect on us, we would no longer stay on the Earth. We would go flying off into space because the Earth's gravity just isn't strong enough to keep us in an orbit around the sun.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
No, so
now
we
you
need
kind
the
of get
sun.
what I'm saying.
We need the sun to keep us
And
going
it's not
with the
happening.
Earth. No, it is. That's why we're still on the Earth.
No, bro. You think you're trolling me now? But I mean,
I'm not. This is stuff that you would learn in like an intro mechanics course at university.
look. Let me put it this way: if I got a vacuum
Mm-hmm.
and
Gravity
I
is
get a
not. By the
ball,
way, gravity is not a vacuum.
wait, and I get a ball. This got this force holding the vacuum, like with the air, like holding the air, the ball in the air. And if I put 2 ants on top of that ball, those 2 ants are gonna disappear first.
Yeah.
They're
So
gonna,
gravity
go
is not a
straight into the
vacuum.
vacuum.
Gravity is not a vacuum.
That's what I'm
It's not-
saying. But
it's
it's
not
some
how
kind
gravity
of force.
works.
Wait, but it's some kind of force holding the object, which is the Earth, on space, on the air.
No, the Earth is moving, and we're moving with it.
Yes. Try that. Try the experiment, and then put 2 little ants on top of the ball. Try experiment.
Gravity is
use
not like
vacuum
gravity is not a vacuum cleaner. It's not how that
No,
works.
but I'm saying use.
It's
Yeah,
not,
but
it's,
I
it's
mean,
not
you're gonna need,
analogous.
I'm just saying you're gonna need something as an example as a
So-
force holding the.
I mean, Robo. So look, there's 2 things at play here. So there's the Earth's gravity on us, and then there's the sun's gravity on us. Both of those things are happening. Now, if it weren't for the sun's gravity, we wouldn't be orbiting the sun still. We would just shoot off. If it weren't for the Earth's gravity, we wouldn't be stuck to the Earth, but we would still be orbiting the sun. So if you just poof the Earth away, we wouldn't go flying into space. We would still be orbiting the sun. On the other hand, if you poof the sun away, we would fly off into space.
Wait. You just said the moon has gravity pulling the waves, and now you're
It's
saying
the sun and the
sun,
Earth. The moon also plays a role, but it's smaller.
Now you're saying the sun has gravity holding the Earth.
Yes.
So the
And
sun
us.
is holding the Earth,
And the moon.
the moon is pulling the water, and the
Yes,
Earth
it's
is holding
complicated.
us.
There's a lot of stuff going on. You're right.
Wait. And now the Earth is holding us. So now Earth has gravity itself too. So
Yes, Earth has
them
gravity.
we got 3 big,
Yep.
massive gravity.
You're right. There's 3 things involved here.
So how are we now splitting in 3?
Because all of the forces add up, and there's only one net acceleration, and that's the acceleration that keeps us on the Earth, spinning with the Earth, going around the sun.
Because you heard about a black hole, right? As the black hole gets so close.
So, Robo, I'm gonna blow your mind right now. The sun.
Wait.
No. Hold on. You got to hear this out. The sun is orbiting around the center of the galaxy due to the galaxy's rotation. So there's 4 things happening.
Right. So wait. So the black hole comes near our galaxy. Gravity is like, it works for there. It works for sure. It's gonna work. That's what they say.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You never heard of the black holes in
I know
in
what black
space?
holes are, but I don't think that you understand how black holes work.
Okay, wait. So when we're speaking about black holes, gravity, if it gets close to our galaxy, it works. It pulls us. It pulls stars. It
No,
pulls
there, you know,
planets.
there are millions of black holes in. There are
Wait.
millions of black holes in our galaxy.
But when we're talking about, oh, the sun has gravity, the moon has gravity,
Mhm.
this has gravity.
Everything has gravity.
It doesn't do anything.
It does. That's why
Bro,
we don't fly off into space, because of the gravity.
Right, but because of the gravity of the black hole, not only us would be flying off to space, the planets, the stars, everything would have just bye bye.
So black holes aren't magic. Black holes aren't magic. There's plenty of them in our galaxy.
What?
Black holes aren't magic. There's plenty of them. They exist all over the place in the galaxy.
Yes. But why when we're speaking about black holes, it does pull things out of space, into the black hole.
Black holes are just like stars. Things orbit them. Sometimes things collide with them, and when they collide with them, they fall in.
What? So, wait. So things fall into the black hole. It's not like it's pulling the gravity. It's not like there's some gravity pulling it. They're just walking around, falling into the black hole.
No. So gravity is what gravity is what causes falling, right? So if something is close to a black hole and it's not orbiting it, it'll just fall in.
I thought
because of
gravity was holding. You said gravity was holding the Earth. Now you're saying gravity is causing falling. The Earth would be falling instead.
The Earth is falling around the sun. That's what orbit is.
I thought you said it was spinning around, not falling around.
Earth is spinning around
its
Earth is spinning around its own axis, and then it's orbiting around the sun. And that orbit is just what happens when it moves fast enough while falling.
What? So it's
so think about it this way. Maybe I'll give you an example. So you know how if you
so it's like it's like a did you had a yo-yo when you were a kid? A yo-yo?
Yeah, I had a yo-yo.
So it's like a yo-yo.
Yeah,
it's falling, but it's spinning.
Well, yeah, I guess. So Robo, maybe I can help you explain. Or help you understand. So, if you imagine firing like a cannon, right? If you fire it slowly, it'll just go like, and then it'll just hit the ground. If you fire it faster, it'll cover more ground before it hits the ground, right? As you fire it faster and faster, it'll cover more ground, and eventually, it'll cover more ground than the Earth has room to give it, because the Earth is round. So imagine my fist is the globe. The cannonball is moving. It falls a little bit, but then it moves over, and then it keeps falling, and it just ends up stuck going in a circle because it's falling, but it's moving too fast, so it can't actually reach it. Instead, it falls and then misses.
Wait. So when you create that root, the falling, how's it gonna go up again and around?
Because when it's at the bottom, the force is pulling it towards the center again. So when it's here, the force pulls it back towards the center. So then it causes it to go around.
Wait, no freaking way, dude. Now you're on some other stuff. No. That's even more impossible, bro. That's not happening.
Why?
Because it doesn't make sense. How is it gonna? Okay, if it's falling, how is it gonna go like around? Now it's going up, and now you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what happens. It falls and then it misses, and it falls and misses as it goes around. Because falling is just towards the center, right? It's always being pulled towards the center.
No freaking way. No, you just not say you did not just say that, bro. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm. So look, here's what I'd recommend.
Yeah.
Thank you for the cake, by the way. What I would recommend, Robo, is I would rather than paying attention to like TikTok and YouTube videos, because the people who are making those videos and telling you that the Earth is flat, they generally like don't know what they're talking about. I would instead just go talk to people who did this math, who worked out the details, who did the experiments, who took the pictures, right? Who like went to space. Talk to them, and hopefully they'll be able to explain it to you in a way that makes sense and is intuitive.
Those guys are just gonna they're just gonna say, "Oh, go to my page. I got a new AI video that I made for you, and take a
I don't
look
know
at it."
anybody.
I know what
so
they're gonna
I
say.
mean, so flat earthers make a lot of AI videos. Academics, scientists, they usually don't. I've never seen a scientist make an AI video before.
Yeah, they do a lot of AI videos, bro. But there's a reason why
You could also, yeah, as
you
somebody said in
know,
the
we all
comments, you could also go to a library and like check out a book.
yeah.
There's like
I get what
there's
they're
a lot to
saying, but I
learn,
mean-
and there's a lot to learn, and I feel like you have a lot of questions, and you know they're good questions, but you should go to good sources to find the answers.
Yes. I just don't see it happening. I don't see nobody showing anything like that, and
Well,
you know, I don't
but
see nobody
here's the
showing.
thing, Robo, you haven't looked.
I mean, we got
Because
like, let me say
everything
something.
that
We
I
got
said, everything that I said is easily found in hundreds of books that you could get at the local library.
No. What I'm saying is nobody's demonstrating what you're saying. We got plenty of materials that they could use, and
People
show
do.
it,
You
know,
just
prove it.
haven't looked. Like we can demonstrate that gravity is a real thing. We have so many experiments that do this, but you just haven't looked.
Right now, we got a lot of technology. They can make like a miniature Earth.
We
I'm
literally
not gonna
can,
say they could-
we can literally experimentally prove that gravity is a real thing. We do experiments on this all the
Yes,
time in laboratories.
Yes, if I had a laboratory myself, I would make this little miniature Earth and this light bulb, this with a lot of energy light to try to create that what you're saying, and it's not gonna happen. But
I mean, you keep saying that, but you haven't actually looked for the experiments. The experiments exist.
That's what I'm
They've
saying.
been done. They've been done. You should just go look for them. Just look for gravity experiment.
No. Like, I'm saying like an actual miniature, not just experiments out there.
Wait, what do you
in the
think?
wild.
What do you think an experiment? What do you think an experiment is?
Show me. Can you give me the source of the one you're talking about, where I can see that like a little actual miniature Earth?
So all you have to do is look up.
Like
There's gonna be like
some type of light bulb
thousands. So they're not gonna like paint it with like little things, but you can measure the gravitational attraction between two things. The search term to look up if you want to find that is the Cavendish experiment. Cavendish experiment.
Let me hold on. Let me write it down. Yeah, because I don't see this. Everything that you just told me, I don't see it happening in no model,
I know,
bro. On this
but
Earth.
Robo, you haven't looked, and I can tell you haven't looked because you haven't heard any of the things I've told you about, and these can be found in any book in a library.
Yes. I get what you're saying about these books in the library. I mean, I read them before. When I
No,
was a
you
kid,
haven't.
I stopped.
You just haven't.
Yes,
like
yes.
I can tell because you didn't know what I was talking about.
No, I will. Well, I will always like. That was my thing, Discovery Channel, all this stuff. It's cool. I'm not gonna say it's not cool. It's something to entertain. It's like entertainment for me, but not real at all. But anyways, let me. What were you saying? What is it called?
Cavendish. Cavendish.
CAV.
C as in cow, A as in apple, V as in Victor, E as in what starts with E? E as in elephant. N as in
No.
N as in no, sure. D as in why don't I know words?
Day.
There you go, day. Okay, you know what letters DISH, dish, as in the thing that you put in the dishwasher. It's Cavendish. It's a name. It's in the comments.
Bro, see how I'm stuck with? See, the gravity's getting your brain stuck, bro.
So I
My
would
brain
just
don't have no gravity.
I would just suggest no, so I know the native phonetic alphabet. That's the worst thing. Is just I can't recall it as required. Like I can repeat it, but then if you put me on the spot, I can't do it. I don't know why. But anyway, yeah, you should check this out. It's a really easy Google way. You can just type it in. There will be a Wikipedia page. You can type it into YouTube. You'll see videos.
So I just type in Cavendish and that's it. It's gonna pop up.
Well, type in Cavendish experiment.
Oh, okay. Experiment.
But Robo, I'm gonna let you go and bring on another guest. But thanks for being here, okay? And good luck.
Yeah. We'll be talking, bro. We'll be talking. I got more questions for you later on.
Sounds good. Take care. All right, I do have a guest in the YouTube guest box, so I'm gonna bring him up. Before I let y'all hear him, Stars, can you hear me all right? Oh, Stars, can you hear me? Testing. Stars, I can't hear you. I don't know if he's still here. Okay. Well, I'm going to okay, it seems like he's not connecting, so I'm gonna hang up on him. But let's bring up the next guest on TikTok then. Because we have a guest that wants to come up. Come on. Let's talk to Frey Marrow. Frey, how's it going?
What's up? Hey, what's up, man?
I'm doing all right. What shape do you think the Earth is?
So, flat.
Okay. Want to tell me why?
Let me ask you this. So,
Okay.
what is it that stops our pressurized system or divides our pressurized system from the space vacuum?
Gravity.
Gravity. There's
Yeah.
got to be a barrier.
Gravity provides the force necessary to keep it
Gravity's
in.
not a barrier.
What do you think a barrier is? Do you think a barrier is like
Necessary.
magic? Or do you think that a barrier provides a force?
A barrier is a physical barrier.
Why do you think a physical barrier stops a gas from escaping? What's the actual cause?
Speaking about gas, I mean, how come gases are not affected by gravity?
They
Because
are.
gases move in every direction.
They are affected by gravity. They just
Helium's
move very
not affected
quickly.
by gravity.
Sure it is. You can see it. You can see
Helium's not
a
affected by
pressure
gravity.
gradient in, like, if you fill a vacuum chamber, a large vacuum chamber with helium, you'll see a pressure gradient, which is caused by gravity.
Gravity.
Yeah.
Now, so if I have a balloon and I fill it with just regular air, what does the balloon do?
Well, typically it'll sink
It
very
falls.
slowly.
It
Yeah.
falls. Exactly.
Slowly, but it
Now,
will. Yeah.
if I rub it on my head and stick it to the wall, it stays on the wall. Now, it's not being affected by gravity.
It's
And
still
the
being
reason why
affected
it's
by
not being
gravity.
affected by
It's still being
gravity
affected by gravity.
is
Don't
because
you worry.
I charged it.
It's still being affected by
It's
gravity.
all
Don't you worry.
electrons. It's
It's
not
still
being
being
affected
affected by
just because
gravity.
you say it doesn't mean it's doing
There,
it.
there can be
How?
more than one force.
Gravity is
There
just
can be-
gravity is
Hey,
just a
if
word.
you want an answer,
that you guys
Frey,
created to.
if you want an answer,
It's just a word. In reality, it's
Frey.
just a word because it's only a
Frey.
theory.
if you want
And
an
it's only
answer,
going to be a theory.
Frey, if you want an answer, you actually have to shut up and let me
Yeah,
talk,
I'm right here.
right? So the balloon that you
Okay,
rub in your head and you stick
okay,
it to the
hang on.
ceiling, there are there are going to be multiple forces at play. In most scenarios, there's more than one force at play. So in the case of the balloon sticking to the ceiling or whatever, there's gravity pulling it down, and there's an electrostatic force pulling it up. And when it's not moving, that means that those forces are canceling each other out. There can't be.
Yeah.
If something's not moving, that means that
And
that
that's
means
your
that the
claim.
total force is zero, right? So if the electrostatic force is applying a force then that means that there has to be something that it's canceling out, otherwise it would move. What's that other force?
Now, our explanation of...
Wait, did you hear what I said? You there, bud? He's muted. It doesn't say he's muted. Oh, that's weird. I didn't mute him.
I know I didn't mute myself. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can. So what is the other force that the electrostatic force is canceling out?
What do you mean?
So in order for something to not be moving, if there's one force, that force has to cancel out with something else, otherwise it will move. So what is the electrostatic force canceling out to prevent the thing from moving?
Well, apparently your gravity.
Well, that's the answer I give, because, you know, I know physics. But what's the answer that you give for someone who's physics? What's the answer that a physics illiterate person gives?
When you add electrons to an object, when you add in this case the balloon, it makes it less dense than the air around it, so therefore it goes up.
Wait,
gravity
so you're
is just this fucking
hold on,
made
so
up
Frey,
word that you guys created, bro.
Frey, can I ask a question just to clarify?
Yeah.
So you think that if you take a balloon and you add electrons to it, it makes it less dense?
I'm not saying it makes it less dense.
You did say that.
It adds a positive charge to it, and
wait a minute, hold on. To be clear, Frey,
what it does, I mean,
to be clear,
literally
Frey,
debunks your fucking
you think
gravity.
that if you think that if you add electrons to a balloon, it makes it positively charged?
I couldn't hear you.
Do you think that if you add electrons to a balloon, it makes it positively charged?
What are electrons?
Do you know what electrons are?
What are electrons?
Why don't you tell me?
Well, what are they?
Wait, do you not know?
No. I'm asking you. I mean, come on.
Wait, so I just want to hear you say I don't know, and then I'll tell you. Okay? If you tell me I don't know, I'll tell you what they are.
No. What are? Okay. I don't know. What are they? Tell me.
Right. Electrons are particles.
Tell me. I don't know. What are
I'm
they?
telling you. Do we have a delay? Do we have delay? Can you snap? Can you
Yeah. I'm here.
Okay, we have a delay. It's fine though.
I
so
can hear you.
electrons are negatively charged subatomic particles that move around the nuclei of atoms.
How about protons?
Protons are positively charged subatomic particles that live in the nuclei of atoms.
Okay. So you can manipulate. So just by manipulating those two, you can add or you can take out, and you can manipulate your so-called gravity. It's gravity. It's a non-existent force, bro.
So
I mean,
unfortunately,
of course, yeah, you're gonna believe that because that's your believing. And believe me, before I became a flat earther, I was just like you. I used to tell everybody, "Oh, you're fucking out of your mind if you fucking think the world."
Well, I would never say that to you because I'm a polite person. Frey, did you know that we can? Did you, Frey? Please, Frey, please. Did you know that you can directly measure gravitational forces, accounting for any electrostatics? You can account for that, and you still measure gravitational force even once you cancel out the electrostatics.
The thing, but the thing is that gravitational forces is just I mean, there's a difference between the law. There's a law of gravitation, and there's a theory of gravity. It's not the same fucking thing. It's two different things.
Sure, they are.
And a lot of you guys try to confuse those two, but you know. and
Frey,
it's not the same thing. Gravity is and will
there is
always be just a.
Frey, there is an enormous delay. I'm not kicking you off. I just want you to rejoin because the delay is insufferable. So feel free to hop back in the box and I'll bring you up right now. It's just the delay was really, really bad. And then we can continue. I found him. There we go. I sent you an invite, Prey. Hopefully the delay will be gone. It's not global warming.
Now I'm like in the middle of nowhere.
Can you hear me?
And I actually gotta get back to work. But
okay. Well, feel free to hop back in when you have
at the end
more
of the day,
time,
I mean, you're gonna have your beliefs, and I'm gonna have mine. You know what I'm saying?
My belief is based on evidence. My belief is based on data and experiments.
But at the end of the day, but you know what the crazy thing though, that it's the fact that when we think different, you guys see us are crazy. You know, you guys start like just.
I don't see you as crazy.
Out of his fucking mind. He's retarded. No, but the grand majority.
We don't slur here. Yeah, no, I don't think that you're crazy. I think that you just are uneducated on a particular topic and you've been duped. I don't think you're crazy. I would never say that. But yeah, we don't use the R slur here. Meepers, how's it going?
Hey, Dr. Blitz, how's it going?
Doing all right. What shape is the Earth?
Well, that's a very good question.
What shape do you think it is?
Well, there's evidence to prove it's round, but then there are things that don't happen that, it's oblate spheroid, but it has flat
what shape do you think it is?
In areas.
I want to know what shape you think it is, that's all.
For argument's sake, we're going to say it's flat.
Okay, do you believe that, or are you just trying to play devil's advocate? Because if you're trying to play devil's advocate, I'm not interested.
I have questions about physics. And
that's not today.
Shape of the Earth that
we're gonna talk. We're gonna do physics on Wednesday. Ask a Physicist is a Wednesday thing. Come back on Wednesday and I'll answer all of your questions. By the way, if you haven't yet, go follow me on YouTube, subscribe, like the live. It'll get it sent out to more people so we can get more people in here. We're also taking guests from TikTok, but it's easier if you can join from YouTube. It's much, much easier. Googleplex, how's it going? Googleplex? All right, it looks like Googleplex is Googleplexed out. Let's talk to Elian Tudorato. Eli and Tudorato. And Eli Ant Odorado. Eli, how's it going?
Hello, hi. Sorry,
what
my
shape do you
name
think
is
the Earth
just
is?
too difficult. I'm Italian, actually.
Ilianto Dorado?
Elianto, yeah, that's correct. Well said. Yeah, nice, nicely pronounced.
So, what shape do you think the Earth is?
So for me, it's an ever-changing shape, depending of what our perception is in the reality we live. So, for previous population might have been flat. For us right now,
so
Ilianto, might be rounded.
I'm just asking, what shape do you think it actually is?
I wouldn't be able to say that the reality is in one specific shape, because I don't think reality is exactly what we perceive. So when you're asking me what's the shape of something,
so I'd
say, well, actually,
perhaps I can frame it in a different way.
The shape depends on your perception.
If you went up into the sky, 10,000 miles up, and you looked back down, what shape would you see?
It depends what through.
With your eyeballs.
Because my eyes are connected to my brain. Yes, exactly. So precisely
what would
that's
you
what
see?
You're saying is what doesn't give me. Well, I don't know what I'd see. I see probably some particles hitting my eye and my eye transforming this information into something and give me a belief. and because I heard things and I made up things with my human beings, fellow colleagues, we all agree onto something, but it's seen through a lens that doesn't
Okay.
certify that what
Hey,
I'm
can you,
seeing is actually
Elianto,
the
can you do
truth.
me a favor? Can you tell me what shape is this? I just gotta find something. What shape is this power bank? Roughly.
As I said, it doesn't matter what shape I
And
see,
please,
because that's just
either
what
answer
we
the question or I'm gonna
agree
kick you
with
out.
each other.
Either answer the question or I'm gonna kick you out. What shape is it?
To me, that's a flat thing because I see a
What shape?
bidimensional
How many
object
corners
on
does
a
this shape have?
bidimensional screen.
How many corners does
I
this
only
shape
see
have?
3 corners because you're covering one of those.
Okay. How many corners are there?
But to be honest with you, there are no corners. They're actually a bit rounded, so
Okay.
there are no
I'm done.
corners.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not doing it. No. Dude is worse than freaking Jordan Peterson. Oh, what actually is a corner? A corner is a metaphor for, like... It's a metaphor for the human destiny and well-being. Come on. Googleplex, how's it going? Googleplex, you there? If you're talking, I can't hear anything you're saying. Alright, well, fix your mic and come back, I guess. By the way, if you're watching on YouTube and you want to join the party, there's a link in the description. It's also on the screen here-ish. Tells you where to go to join the guest box. If you join the guest box, then we can have a conversation about it. If you think the Earth is flat, or whatever you might think about this, well, yeah, if you think the Earth is flat, feel free to join. What happened to the YouTube guest? He didn't disconnect. He didn't connect, so we got nothing on YouTube. How do you talk so smooth? I don't. I stutter and say and like a lot. I really need to work on it, to be honest, if I want to do this more effectively. You see, you need to address the metaphysical substrate of which... So stupid. It's so stupid. Ramen Rider. If you want to come up, anime racist, and with a name like that, I mean, look, we can talk about the shape of the Earth if you want. No, I know, Artemis. I know you were just making fun of. Yeah, I know. Yeah, guy's name is Anime Racist. Not a great name, honestly. But we do what we do. By the way, you can also, yeah, like I said, you can join the Discord. If you join the Discord, then you can be spicy in the Discord, and you can talk with the TikTok people, and vice versa. No, I've had this mic for over a year, by the way. Philosophy and physics were once good friends, but that changed. Divorce was really messy. It's not that messy, no. Earthshaker, join the live. Oh, yeah. To request, hit the pink blue multi-guest button. That's true. Yeah, you should hit the pink blue multi-guest button. Also, if you're on TikTok, make sure to like the live. If you like the live, we get more people in here, which means more conversations. Also, if we get to 100K on TikTok, I'll put my hair down. Alternatively, if we get to, I don't know, 150 on YouTube, I'll put my hair down. I don't actually know where we are right now on YouTube, but I don't know how many people we have watching. We have 50. Yeah, we're at 40 likes on YouTube. If 50 of y'all just liked it, then we do great. The greatest flat earther. I know, I'm the great. Oh, we have 4 people in the guest box. Wow. All right, let's talk to Just Speak Truth. That sounds like somebody who knows the truth. With a name like Just Speak Truth, makes sense. And we have Stars back in the YouTube guest box. So Stars, if you can hear me now, I'll bring you up next after this TikTok guest. Just Speak Truth, how's it going?
Good afternoon, Dr. Blitz. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. What shape do you think the Earth is?
Well, just give me a minute. I have one question for you.
Gotta answer the question before you ask any.
Spheroid.
Okay, you get one question, then I'm kicking you off.
Please don't drop me. How do you put up with all these flat earthers?
Patience.
Because I couldn't.
All right, I'm going to bring up Stars. Stars, can you hear me all right? I can. I'm going to add you to the scene. Do you have a video that you'd like to, or do you want to turn on your camera? Okay, well, I'm going to add you to the scene, and you should still be able to hear me, right? All right, now just give me some audio. I just want to double check and make sure that everybody else can hear you. All right, so we still got nothing. Let me just check something really quick. Where are the scenes? Okay, I have a solution. Guest properties. Okay, give me some audio. Still nothing. Strange. Sorry, I'm just trying to make this. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Do I have to?
No worries.
Do I have to import the audio? No, it should be working. Try again.
Hello, everybody.
Ah, there we go. We got it. Okay, great. So, what shape do you think the Earth is? Stars?
So I do have an argument for the possibility of.
That's not what I'm asking. That's not what I asked. I asked, what shape do you think the Earth is?
Well, I'd like
to know what shape you think the Earth is first. I'm not interested in devil's advocates. Okay. Well, I'm not interested in devil's advocates. I will answer one question.
But I do think it's all. Well, I guess the question is, it would be flat if you have an object that's traveling very close to this.
All right, get out of here. Yes, we all know relativity. Go on, Git. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. You waited so long for something that's not worth it. All right. We have another guest on YouTube. I'm going to bring him up. Bring them up. Ruthless Native? Is that your name? Can you hear me all right? Ruthless Native. Can you hear me? Oh. Can you hear me all right, Ruthless? Your mic is unmuted. You should be able to hear me. All right, I'm gonna hang up on Ruthless. All right, let's take another guess from TikTok because we have a few. No way there are still flat earthers. Unfortunately, there are. Surprisingly many, too. Come on. Come on, YouTube. Or TikTok, do your thing. I don't know why it's not letting me open the multi-guest box. There we go. All right, let's bring up Ryan Bordeaux. Ryan, how's it going?
Pretty good.
I'm glad to hear it. What shape do you think the Earth is?
It's very flat. Very flat.
Oh. Are you trolling me, Ryan? Or you're doing a Trump voice?
Not at all. Not at all. You know, some would say that it's extraordinarily flat.
Get out of here. It's not global warming. I don't actually know the rest of the words. John, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Doing all right. What shape do you think the Earth is?
I think it's a sphere.
All right. Then I gotta let you go.
It's a sphere. It's the greatest sphere, the most round sphere, the spheriest sphere in the whole world. You would never believe how spherical this sphere is. Frankly, I think that Obama sphere was worse.
All right. Gabriel, how's it going?
Hello.
What shape do you think the Earth is?
I believe it's flat.
Are you trolling me? You kind of sound like you're trolling me. Really? You promise?
My voice, dude. I'm sorry.
All right. Oh, okay, so what shape do you think? So why do you think it's flat?
Okay, so personally, like, I like to surf, right? So, like, if it wasn't flat, how would I be, like, drawn to the water every time, like, I fall from a wave or fall off my surfboard, dude?
Are you asking why things fall down?
Yeah, I mean, like, if the Earth is round, wouldn't I just fall into space?
I know a troll when I hear one. I may not know my... I don't know. How does the meme go? All right, let's talk to Ruthless Native again. Ruthless, can you hear me all right? yes, I can. Let me just add you to the video really quick, and we should be good to go. Okay, can you give me an audio check really quick? For some reason it's not. Oh, hold on. One more time.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. All right. So, what shape do you think the Earth is?
I would say a circle.
Like a circle or like a sphere? Do you mean like a circle, like a plate's a circle?
I would say we have a reference point of if you could think of up and down in elevation, think of X, Y, and Z. If you was
Yeah.
on a graphing table, that's the way a 3D printer works.
So, do you think the Earth is a sphere? I'm just trying to get clarification here. No.
No, just it. I would say a plane.
So, right. So you think it's more of like a plate. Why do you think so?
Well, at first, I always thought Earth was a sphere, and when the first topic came about, I thought the guy was, I was like, why the fuck would he think Earth is flat? Because that's what he was saying at the time. You know what I mean?
That's a good question. Why would he?
Flat. And he just kept asking that question, and I'm like, I judged him for a little while, you know what I mean? But it kept pondering on my mind, and I took drafting, and I took architecture. So when I drafted, they always taught us how to find the center of any plane, right? And how to convert coordinates towards anything. So I learned that you could draft rims, motor parts, basically everything that was made in a 3D form was first on a 2D plane. So that shit it was fucking with me, and when I learned about
There's something
sprockets,
happening with your audio, by the
those
way.
other elements,
It's
break it down,
let me see if I can ramp it up a little bit. But go ahead and give me. Yeah.
Yes. So can you hear me better?
I can hear you all right. I think that
better.
Mike's having trouble. Also, there's like a noise. It's like a sound every once in a while. Is that a hiccup or?
Oh really? Nah, it must be my headset. Hold on. Alright, but anyways, when you divide the coordinates, I said the coordinates, when you divide the degrees on a flat plane, you have to divide the degrees. So like earlier when you was asking that guy where's the four corners, right? I would say right directly in the center.
Well, I was just
right,
asking about.
because if you break down 360 and
rectangular thing because he couldn't admit what shape anything was. Look, so
okay.
What do you think's going on with like the southern hemisphere then?
Okay, explain. I would say.
Why is your audio so?
Go further into your question.
One sec. I have to
go further
fix
into your question.
It's really bad. It's not on your end. It's on mine. One sec.
Okay.
Maybe that'll work. I just reconnected your mic. Hopefully it'll be okay. Yeah. So like, do you think that there is why do you think the southern hemisphere is like the exact opposite of the northern hemisphere, just in reverse? Or it's the exact same as the northern hemisphere, just in reverse?
Well, north would be and south would be on something that is flat, like a plane. Okay, think of more of, even if you had a sphere, but the sphere would be, you could contain the sphere, right? But within the sphere, you fill it up with water.
For everybody who's watching on TikTok,
to the mid-level.
He's on YouTube. It doesn't matter if he's driving. He's on YouTube. He can't get kicked off. Anyway, continue.
What did they want me to get kicked off?
You can't be driving if you're a guest on YouTube.
They can't hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, I'm definitely on my headset anyways. But long story short, if you was, let's say that sphere you was to fill it up, right in the center would be the reference mark right now of the plane that I'm describing. In the center of that flat, let's say that let's say water in there, right? Water 6-inch level, right? Let's say in the center of this sphere, that would be north. The perimeter of that plane, that level line, would be south. And if you was to go in a direction like an arch, like with that's any spiral or circle, you would either be traveling east to west or west to east.
Can I ask
And
you
I
a
could
question?
define that
Because
counterclockwise or
you're saying a lot of stuff, but like we have photos of the Earth from space.
correct. And we can you already
those photos
know
are
how
exploded.
image. Okay, I mean, there is the same people claiming that they use CGI too, man. So that's why I don't want to, imagery is the way to,
So we have photos. We have photos.
I
From
can
before
use
CGI
imagery
existed. We have photos before
claim any
CGI
statement.
existed. We had photographs before CGI
Say that again.
existed. We had photographs before CGI existed.
Well, we don't really know how long this technology that we're fucking with now existed in the first place.
Have
You know what I
seen
mean?
CGI from the 60s?
I mean, you're
The
talking
first
the 60s.
microcontroller. The first microcontroller didn't even exist till the 70s, and that was a military project, and it was commissioned, and then it was, developed by a private company for the military.
I understand.
That was the first microchip. We didn't
you
even
gotta
have
understand
microchips
this.
prior to the 70s, right?
But let's go off of reality, things that we can actually experience
photographs. You
ourselves,
can go-
right?
Right. Okay.
No,
So
it ain't
how-
just
how
about
the fact-
photographs because
how about the
photographs
fact that-
don't really.
Sure, if you wanna shove the photographs away, if you wanna say that they're fake or
Yeah,
whatever,
let's put that to the side because
let's
just
throw
imagery,
away
man.
let's throw away the evidence that debunks my whole position. Fine. What about the fact that you can fly from, say, Sydney to Johannesburg, Sydney, Australia to Johannesburg, in the same amount of time it takes to fly from Sydney to Qatar, to Doha International Airport. It's the same amount of time on a flat
So if
Earth.
you were using,
On a flat Earth, it should take more than twice as long to go from Sydney to Johannesburg than it would to go from Sydney to Qatar.
Well, look, so you're putting all this all on based off flight, right?
Well, this is
you
one
can,
piece.
no,
of
hold
it,
on,
yeah.
but you can base things off of math, right? You're using
Yeah,
time.
we're using
You're using
math, yeah.
numbers, and numbers don't lie, right? Everything is all about numbers, okay? Now, me and you, we can break down. Let's take a subject, okay? Let's take a sphere, okay? Let's break down a sphere in geometry, and let's put numbers to it. All right? The actual surface of the Earth to your claim would be a certain distance. Would it or would it not be?
The Earth would have a radius of around 4,000 miles. Yes.
Okay, now let's say we step up 5 feet. Now we're going to keep a congruency of 5 feet going all the way around this. We just created a ring.
Yep.
Is that the same amount of distance or did it grow? Did
It's
it
5 feet up.
increase?
It has a bigger
Right,
radius
it's
of
5 feet up. It has a larger radius, correct?
Yes.
So now we're going to go up 5,000 feet or 500 feet. Now, are you going to travel a lot further than if you was to travel on Earth? Correct, right?
Yeah,
Wait,
so-
I mean,
so-
the
actually,
fucking numbers get tremendously larger, right? I mean, you're
hold on,
fucking
Ruthless, this is
talking.
a great question. Ruthless, stop talking for a second. If you were to take a one, let's say that you take a ribbon that's hovering 1 foot above a 4,000 mile radius ball, and you wrap it all the way around the ball, 4,000 mile radius, and it's 1 foot above the surface. How much longer is the ribbon than it would have to be if it were on the surface? If it's 1 foot above the surface,
No.
how much longer does it have to be? 1 foot.
Now watch this. I'm gonna just show
Please
you
just
how
answer the
much
question.
simpler
Please just
shit
answer the
gets
question.
right
Please
quick.
just answer the question.
For us
Please
as
just answer the
humans,
question.
I
Really,
understand.
please just answer the question. It's such a basic problem.
I didn't completely listen as
So
far
it's
as the numbers
4,000
went. You
miles.
said it was 4,000?
Yeah.
4,000, because I am driving,
repeat it.
okay?
Repeat
So I can't put this shit down
Yeah.
and break this
You won't
shit
need a
into a calculator, right?
You won't need a
So, but hold on. So give me one more chance.
Right.
Give me
Okay,
one more
so you have-
chance.
You have a ball.
All right, now watch this.
I'm going to tell you the example. You have a ball. It's
I understand. Okay,
4,000
go ahead.
miles in radius, right? That's the radius of the ball. Now there's two ribbons. One is wrapped around the ball exactly. The other one is
Tight.
tight.
It's
Hold
pulled tight.
The
Cinch
other one
tight. The other one is
1 foot above the whole thing. So it's 1 foot above the whole time.
Okay.
How much longer does the one that's 1 foot higher have to be?
Honestly, don't know the number to that right
It's about 6.3 feet.
6.3 feet longer.
Yep.
Just because it's 1 foot higher.
Yes.
Okay. So now, listen to this. You know that number continuously changes, right? And as above, so below.
What are you talking
changes.
about? What do you mean it changes?
No, I'm about to.
It's a fixed
I
number.
understand. So I know that it's a fixed number. So now I'm going to ask the same question now on something that has a level line. It's flat, and now I'm flying above it at 100 feet. I'm flying at it at 10 feet. I'm not going to really, you know what I'm saying? I'm using these same numbers from point A to point B and two plumb locations. How much further would you have to travel?
If you're a mile up, it would take you about
It would be the
6.3
exact
miles
same.
more.
They would all
about
be
6.3
parallel.
miles. It'd
You
be
get
about
what I'm saying?
6.3
The
miles
only
further.
difference would be how high you have to go to get to that elevation, right? But you're not going to go straight up. You're obviously going to go into like a diagonal, right, to get to that elevation. Then you would fly straight, and then to land you would have to come down. So that would end up changing how much further you would have to fly just based on
you seem
a
confused.
flat. But do you get what I'm saying? If you
No.
ask all these questions, ask these questions with the sphere, then ask it with something that's
I know the
stationary and
answers with the
flat.
sphere.
If
know
I
the
hit a
answers.
golf ball on top of I'm an athlete, right? All this is numbers. I would recalculate, and like back in the day when I thought Earth was a fucking ball. If I was to hit a ball on top, just off the base, off the Cornelius effect and all the other things that's taking place when you shoot a bullet. When I hit a golf ball, the golf ball is going to be in the air for so much longer. I'm going to expect all these things that's taking place to, increase. So, but if I'm asking the same question on a stationary, non-rotating, fixed surface, nothing changes. I can change in any direction.
So-
nothing changes. I don't care if I'm going with the spin of the rotation, going against the rotation, if the rotation's going to my left or the rotation's going to my right. Everything changes. I have to readjust and put all that shit into, even if you're shooting a bullet, even if I'm shooting a deer that's running, I
Hey,
have to shoot
so
in front of it.
Ruthless,
I have,
Ruthless,
you get what I'm trying to
Ruthless,
say?
Ruthless,
Things get simple, so
Ruthless,
much simpler,
Ruthless.
man.
Yes, I agree. The math is easier on a flat.
Now you
Ruthless,
can break
I'm
down
gonna
a
I'm gonna
whole
mute you.
manufacturing
If you're gonna interrupt me over the, I'm gonna mute you. So I agree. The math is so much easier on a flat Earth than on a globe. Unfortunately, just because the math is easier, it doesn't make it right. It is true that you won't have to do as much geometry if the Earth is flat. Unfortunately, it'll give you the wrong answer.
Well, not to what I'm drafting, not to what I'm creating. If I had drones to go into the sky, I would need the math that I'm talking, not your math. If I was to draw a beautiful picture, I would need my math. If I had to take a picture of you and draw coordinates, of two perpendicular lines to jog off of, every jog I take would have to be a perfect 90, bro.
Yeah, so
this is the fucking fundamentals of
Ruthless.
creation. Why
Ruthless.
are we going against? Why do we have two
Ruthless.
different paths here when we try to describe Earth
Ruthless, can you hear me?
based off of how
Look,
mechanics
so
work?
it is
Yeah,
true.
I can hear you.
If you're using a, if the house that you're building is small enough, or whatever it might be, if whatever you're drafting, and please don't interrupt me. If whatever it is you're trying to design is small enough, say less than, say, I don't know, a few miles by a few miles in size, then you can use flat Earth math and it'll be basically right. But if you want to design a bridge, you better take into account the curvature of the Earth. Otherwise, you'll get the wrong answer and then your bridge will collapse.
I am a fucking contractor, and I've been so curious about what you just said about building a bridge.
You're a contractor, not an architect, not a designer, not an engineer. Have you ever built a bridge? Have you ever built a bridge?
I took those classes. Say that again.
Have you ever built a bridge? Have you ever designed? Have you ever
personally built a bridge
Okay.
myself.
Are you familiar with? Are you familiar with static force diagrams?
By the way.
Are you familiar with static force diagrams?
Say that one more time.
Are you familiar with static equilibrium, or also known as statics? This is a type of physics that you do to try to figure out
Yeah, that's like
what's stable.
dielectricity and it's
Not at all. Not at all related. No.
magnetism, right?
Not at all related. No.
You said static.
Yes, I said statics.
Static.
Yes. So this is the kind of stuff that you would expect an engineer to know when they're designing a bridge. But you're a contractor, and while contracting is a very useful profession, it doesn't give you any expertise about how to build a bridge, for example.
See, dude, this is all
Okay.
triangular math.
So ruthless, what is the cosine of 30 degrees?
I'm sorry, man.
Wait, you just said it's triangular math. I assume you know trigonometry. What's the cosine of 30 degrees?
Do you see how you're just trying to, you're not, but see, if you're going to hold these arguments, man, can we get to a finish line before you
jog around and keep asking questions? Because that's why I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? You can't never get anywhere.
Wait, can you answer the question before we continue? Can you answer? Well, you said it's triangle.
I can tell you that 360 degrees.
Yeah, so bro is avoiding the topic because he doesn't. Yeah, look, so you said that it's triangle math. So I expect that you know trigonometry, which is what triangle math is. So if you want to answer that question, what cosine of 30 degrees is, that'd be great. Please. Oh, don't use a calculator. You should know this. Oh, okay. Well, it's square root of 3 divided by 2 is what it is. It's the square root of 3 divided by 2. I thought you knew triangle math. Divided by 2. Yes. Importantly, it's not the square root of 3 divided by 2. It's the square root of 3, take the whole thing, divided by 2. If you're going to say you know triangle math, you should probably know trigonometry. You said triangle, so it's a yeah. So a triangle is a polygon with 3 sides. A triangle is a polygon with 3 sides.
It's 3 points, right? If you're gonna break down that into degrees,
On a plane, it makes 180 degrees. On a sphere, it can make anything 180 degrees or more.
180 degrees. That is fucking what would literally take the population and turn them into creators, because they'd be able to literally take all this materials and use it for convenience, just like a manufacturing plant.
Yeah, so
augers,
ruthless. Here, so I'm gonna make a recommendation, ruthless. Ruthless. I'm gonna make a recommendation. Pick up a mechanics textbook. Fairly easy. You don't need much more than algebra to understand it. Just pick up a mechanics textbook, work through it. You'll see that the Earth is a globe. But I do have to let you go just because the audio connection is really, really bad. But I do want to thank you for being here. All right, let's bring up another guest. We're going to bring him up on TikTok. Because, you know, the audio is just really not good when it's coming through YouTube, which I don't understand. I don't know why. I still need to work out the details on that. Yeah, I don't know why it robot voices. Rain, how's it going?
Yeah, good. How are you doing? Compliments from South Africa, man. Johannesburg. Currently in
delightful.
Plate.
All right. What shape do you think the Earth is, Rain?
super-
What shape do you think the Earth is?
Absolutely, I agree with you. It's a sphere, man. It's,
Well, okay.
You know,
Well, then I gotta let you go.
There's a
But
lot
thanks for
that,
being here, Rain. Let's bring up Googleplex again. Googleplex, how's it going?
All right, can you hear me?
I can. How's it going?
Oh, wonderful. I appreciate the invite, having me on, and I severely enjoy your content.
Well, I'm
Being
glad
a
to hear
flat
it.
earther,
You are not a flat earther. Is that what
the
you said?
no, I am true
Oh, okay.
believer, and the statement you made a while back about us being trying to think of the right word,
Ignorant?
drawn into this because we never passed algebra.
No,
Yeah,
that's
I have
not.
a
No, no, no.
GED, so that's how they
So to
got
be clear, Googleplex, I was referring to the people who explain flat Earth. The people like the people who are like the flat Earth daddies. Most of them never got past like high school algebra. Like the people who are making the videos on
That's
YouTube
what
or on
trapped me.
TikTok. Those people are not. They don't like they could not do trigonometry if you ask them to.
That's how they trapped me, because again, I'm a GED graduate, 63 years old, and yeah, that's how they got me. And the more I pay attention to your content, it kind of frazzles my brain. So I appreciate all your content, and I wish the rest of the world would wake up and realize that the Earth is round, bruh.
Well, you did
Thank
say that
you.
you're a true believer, which means that I got to kick you off. But thanks for being here, Google.
Yep.
Is guest volume still lower after the last guy? Yeah. I'm working on getting it all set up. I don't know why it was. I don't know why it's being so finicky. But I'm gonna try to get the audio right. Dremonic, how's it going? Dramonic, that's your name. Yeah, I'm doing alright. What shape do you think?
Manic Wisdom.
Oh, Dre
So
Manic Wisdom. Got it. What shape do you think the Earth is?
I reckon it's flat.
All right, why so?
And that's I used to believe that it was round. I used to believe in all the planets. I know the exact order of them and what gases are meant to be on them and everything. But
how many planets are there?
well, there used to be 9, but there's 8 now because they reckon Pluto's not one anymore. You know.
Yep.
But that's just the way it is. You know. But
right.
I don't believe any of that shit anymore because I've woken up. I'll tell you. Here we go. Explain this one. Here we go. Why is it that just about any flight? I was born in South Africa. I grew up in the UK, and now I currently reside in Australia. So I've been around the world a little bit, from hemisphere to hemisphere, shall we say? And so I've got to see what everything looks like in those different places. But why is it I can't get a flight from anywhere in Australia to anywhere in the southern hemisphere without going into the northern hemisphere first?
Oh,
Explain
you're
that one
mistaken.
to
You
me.
can. You're mistaken. You can.
No, you can't.
There's a direct flight from Sydney to Johannesburg.
No, there isn't.
QF64 is a flight from Johannesburg to
But
Sydney.
you look at where it goes. Look at the flight path. Look at the flight path.
No,
I can
it's
guarantee
direct.
because I've gone over all of these 100
direct.
times.
It's direct.
Right. If I want to go from
I'm on
Australia
Flight
to
Aware
South
right
America,
now. Yeah, I'm on. So
if I want to go from Australia to
in
South
fact,
America,
it's actually in the air right now. The QF.
if I want to go,
QFA64.
yeah, I know. I've flown around the world and I've looked at the flipping flight things, and I've
so
looked
then
at
what's the issue?
things that we're told to look at.
So
But
have you
look
looked at QF Flight 64? QF64? Flight QF64?
Right. Tell me why.
Yeah, it's Qantas.
I have to fly. If I go from Australia to South America, I have to go up. I stop off in Los Angeles, and then I think I stop off somewhere in the Caribbean as well. Maybe even 2 stops, just from Australia to South America.
There are direct flights.
Have a look at that.
There are direct
Australia
flights
to South America.
I'm literally looking it up right now. There are direct non-stop flights from Santiago to Sydney.
From Santiago to Sydney. Let's have a look.
Yeah, it's Qantas flight
Right.
QF20. It's Qantas flight QF28. Direct flight from
Book it then.
Santiago
Yeah.
to
Book.
Sydney.
No, look at there'll be stops, man. I guarantee it.
No, it's a
I
direct
guarantee
flight.
it. You know, because
It's a
I've
direct
tried to
flight.
fly
You
there
can look it up
before.
right now.
You just
You can look it up like you can look it up right now. It's a direct flight.
you can't.
Minimize the app. Just
I'm
Google
pretty
it.
sure.
Look it up yourself.
I'm gonna go on my computer. I'm gonna look it up now. I'm gonna
Okay,
trying to look
QF.
it up. Sorry, I
So
can't
just
do it
look-
on the
just
phone
look
at the
up
same time.
QF28.
2
flight.
secs.
You can even go to the flight tracker. It actually might be in the air
2
right
secs.
now.
2 secs. I'm just gonna go.
Yeah, it's
Google
actually in the air right now. It is currently It's currently approaching New Zealand, or no, it's actually quite far from New Zealand. But yeah, it's in the air right now. It's en route.
So wait a minute, it's going to New Zealand. Where was that? So we were going from.
It's going from Santiago to Sydney. Ignore what I said about New Zealand. I was getting the position wrong. But it's
From
yeah,
Santiago to Sydney. Via
Santiago
where?
to Sydney.
So it's going straight round the. I can pretty much guarantee that's not right.
I mean, it's literally in the air right now. It is currently traveling at 541 miles per hour. It has an altitude of 33,200 feet.
World flights.
Just look up QF28.
Well, no, I want to see its flight path, and I want to see.
Go to
it on a map.
QF28. Type in. Okay. Oh, you know what? I'll just pull it up for you. Go to QF28 flight aware. I can actually pull this up for you. Browser.
QF28 flight. There you go. Right, QF20 flight Santiago to Sydney.
Yep.
Right. Departed on Monday the 27th.
It's in the air right now.
I can't see a map here. There's no map here.
Hold on, I'm working on it. Here you go. Can you see it? It's on my screen. It's literally in the air right now.
We're at Monday, 27th of January.
Just look at the screen. It's in the air. You can see it. Are you looking at it?
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I'm just trying to find out, trying to get it up on my computer.
Okay, what's wrong with looking at the one that I pulled up?
Oh, I just want to have a look at.
Oops, sorry, it went away.
Flight tracking history, won't it?
Okay.
All right, so now I pulled it up here. So it's going from. Yeah, well, I've never been able to find that before.
You didn't look very hard.
But
literally, I just typed in direct
still,
flight.
there's still plenty of other things though that don't.
Dre,
there's still plenty of other things.
I just typed in direct flight Santiago Sydney. It was the first link on Google.
Yeah, we're on it. I wonder if I can. Let me just. I need to flip in. Well, I want to have a look at a flat Earth map is what I want to have a look at, and I want to have a look at a line, a straight line between Santiago and Sydney.
Here's a flat
to see.
Earth map.
Right.
Can you see it?
Right. So Santiago.
It would pass over Brazil.
To Sydney, so it's going.
It would pass over the north. It would pass over the North Pole. Sorry, not Brazil. It would pass over the.
Yeah,
North
that's
Pole
like the ones that
right.
Like most of them go to Los Angeles. All the ones I've looked at before.
Right, but that's not what happens for this flight. It's currently in the Pacific Ocean. It's currently in the southern Pacific Ocean. In fact, it's not going. It's not flying north. It's flying south to go there.
When I come from England, if we look at this map here, when I come from England, I go from there, and then I go over.
I can't see
Kiev because I flew over Kiev. I can remember going over Kiev, and then I can remember going to Kuala Lumpur, and then I went on to Melbourne, which is a.
Look. So
I'm just saying that's what flight I took, which is a straight line on this map.
That's great.
That passes over all the spots.
Except, how long did your flight take?
It took. Well, I had to stop off at Kuala Lumpur one time. Sometimes you stop off at Kuala Lumpur. Sometimes you stop off.
I don't care about the stopovers. How long were you in the air?
Well, it makes a big difference. Like, well, it's about 20 hours.
Add up the amount in the air. So 20 hours. So the flight that I showed you, QF28, is what? It's like a 14-hour flight or something like that. Yeah, it's like 14 hours.
All right, so
why is it
14 hours. So look at this map here. Like I know that it's about all up about 20 hours.
Okay, so let's.
But look how much further it is. Look how much further it is. The one that you're saying.
Yeah.
For a smaller amount of time. For a smaller amount of time.
So maybe this will make more sense, Dre. So it's 14 hours to go from Santiago to Sydney, which should take you right over the North Pole, right? On this map. Do we agree? 14 hours directly over the North Pole, right?
Yeah, but you're just saying it's 14 hours.
Hold on. Just say yes or no. Do you agree?
It's a much further distance.
Dre, it's 14 hours. The actual flight, QF-28, is a 14-hour flight, and you think it goes directly over the North Pole, right?
Well, no, I'm not saying that one is. It would have to stop off somewhere because it would have to refuel.
It's a direct flight. It's a direct flight. It's a 14-hour direct flight. You already saw this yourself.
And I can tell you something else as well.
Non-stop.
In England, it stays light until...
Wait, can you acknowledge this, that the flight is non-stop 14 hours from Santiago to
Well, I
Sydney?
don't know. I'm not on the flight personally, so I can't acknowledge it. I'm looking. I can only acknowledge things I can see with my own eyes. You know what I mean?
Okay, well, here it is
Like,
on
at the end
flight.
of the
Here it is
day-
on Flight Radar.
At the end of the day, in England,
Here it is on
it
Flight
stays
Radar.
sunny until 10 o'clock in the middle of
Okay, hold on.
summer.
It sounds like
Australia,
it sounds
it
like we
never
have a
will ever
pivot.
do
Do we have a pivoting Perry? Sounds like we have a pivoting Perry. Sounds like you're changing the topic because you know you got shredded on the flight paths.
Well, I'm just telling you that. Yeah, well, I don't even know like if this flight exists. It says it does on the computer. That
You
could
can
just
just
be them
go.
putting
You
it
can
there
just
to
go
make
purchase
people-
flights. You can just purchase the flight ticket if you want. You're in Johannesburg, right?
No, I'm
you're-
in near Melbourne.
Oh, okay. Well, you could purchase the
I'm
flight.
near
You could
Melbourne. I
actually.
was born in
You could
Johannesburg.
actually. So Melbourne's a bit of a ways from Sydney, right? But you could just purchase this flight. You could, take a short flight to Sydney, and then you could just get on the flight, right? You could do it. You could prove that it's all fake.
Well, every other
and then
time
you
I've wanted to buy tickets to South America, I've had to go through LA first. This is the first time this has ever happened, so this is why it's puzzling me.
So
Like, I've
what
literally
prob-
had to go.
So
when I-
Dre, hold on. So what likely happened is that more people are interested in flying from Sydney to Los Angeles than they are from Sydney to Santiago. So I suspect that it's probably cheaper just because there's more people interested in it to go from Sydney to Los Angeles and then Los Angeles to wherever in South America. However, the fact that there is a direct flight completely blows out your worldview.
Yeah, no, I am baffled by it because I haven't been able to find it before.
Okay,
But
well, you should
there's
think
so
about
many other things. All right, I'm not denying what you're saying. I'm telling you, I'm baffled by it. That's why, I'm not saying this or that yet.
Well,
like,
just one more thing
but
that I want to run by you before we do that. So just give me a minute or so just to make my point, and then we can move on if you want. So, if the flat Earth is true, then it would take you basically directly over the North Pole. Now we can go find a similar flight, Santiago to New York, direct flight, which should be less than half the time. Because you're basically flying over New York to get to go from Sydney to go from Santiago to Sydney on your view. However, and I think that there's a direct flight from Santiago to New York. Let's see if I can find one. Is it on LATAM? Santiago, Chile. I'm just pulling up one flight. Let's just pick a random day. And we want direct, right? Non-stop. It's almost an 11-hour flight just to go from Sydney to New York. And you still have more than double the distance to get to Sydney. So if it was true that you were flying from Santiago to Sydney over the North Pole, it should take like 25 hours, but it only takes 14 hours, which means that somehow going around near Antarctica is faster than flying over the North Pole, and that only makes sense on a globe. Anyway, if you want to change topics, we can, but that's something that you should think about.
Well, I was just saying that something that just from living experience now, where I only noticed this big time when I went on holiday I went to France, not England, but it's close enough. In the summer there, it really stays light until almost 10 o'clock. Whereas in Australia here, the latest it's going to stay light. The very latest, even if you go to Tasmania, is nowhere near that. It's like 8 o'clock, and that's like right in the middle. There's a big difference there.
So,
And that's something that I have noticed.
So do you know what the latitude of Tasmania is?
Well, it would have to be. I'd say it would have to be equivalent of I'm talking in globe philosophy now. Is it have to be about the same as where England is roughly?
No, it's
with,
not. So
with
Tasmania
climate-wise and stuff.
Tasmania is 42 degrees south. London is 51 degrees north. That's a difference of 600 miles or so. London is 600 miles further north than Tasmania is south.
Yeah, but where I was I was in the south of France, so that's going to be
Okay. So where's
so
what
that's
city?
going to be more
What
like
city?
it.
What city?
A place called what's the closest big town? Angoulême, Angoul, Angoulême.
Okay,
I think
I
it
found
is
it.
Angoulême.
That's still 200 miles further north than Tasmania is south.
So like down Spain, but even in Spain, it's still like way late as well.
Yeah, so
I've been in Spain before as well.
So what you'll find is that
it's
in
something
Spain,
that doesn't add up. That's one
if
thing
you're
that
in
doesn't
Madrid,
add up.
so Madrid is about at the same latitude. It's actually slightly further south. What you'll find is that in the summer in Madrid, you will have, 14 hours or probably closer to 16 hours of daylight. But because it's so far west, the time zone is shifted because Europe only has one time zone for most of Europe. So you'll still have 16 hours of sunlight during the summer in both Tasmania and Madrid. It'll just be shifted one way or the other depending on which one you're in, just because the time zones are funky. But it'll still be the same length of day when you're comparing summer to summer.
Yeah, well, summers here it does stay light a lot later in Europe.
So, for example,
than it does in Australia.
So on the summer solstice, on the summer solstice in Madrid, the day is exactly what? It is that's the wrong day. Hold on, I want the exact day. So the day is exactly 15 hours long in Madrid on the summer solstice. Now if we go to, what's the capital of Tasmania? Is it Hobart?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I'm surprised I know that. That's wild. Whereas on the summer solstice in Tasmania, which is December 21st, the day is 15 hours. It's 15 hours and 20 minutes because it's a little bit further south. So they have the same length day in Madrid as they do in Hobart. They're just shifted one relative to the other. Yes, I do know the capital of Australia. It's isn't it Darwin? No, it's not. It's not Darwin.
Canberra.
Yeah, it's Canberra. You're right.
Canberra's the capital, but you wouldn't think so because it's
no, I
where the
did know that. I
politicians
knew
live.
that. I was just like, Darwin's the one that's really
That's
far
what it
north.
is.
But yeah, okay. Well, I did my best. Anyway, point is that yeah, you have the same amount of sunlight in Madrid as you do in Tasmania.
Yeah, no, there's still quite a lot of things though about
Like
that.
what?
Like I still like I say, I grew up my whole life. I'm a highly educated person at the end of the day, and I could tell you a few things about the world that you don't know. But they could, like the fact that you've got black helicopters in the fucking sky above our heads, pretending to be stars, watching everything we do, and we have done for the last 30 years.
Hold on, now I'm confused.
Recorded them, and
Why would a star
documented?
be
This is different.
Hold on,
different
no,
topic,
I'm
different
just
topic.
confused. I don't know. I
Different
just gotta
topic.
know. Why would a star appear to?
Look at my content.
be
I filmed them. And I've recorded them.
But
The
explain
last
this to me.
about
If
two
it's
videos,
please shut up. Let me ask a question, okay? Why would a star, which glows, which is like a little twinkling white light, why would a black helicopter be a little blinking white light if it's a black helicopter?
Well, because that's what it pretend. You have to. I'm going to try and explain this one because I've actually made one, and I've filmed the black helicopters. I've precisely I've taken pictures. So as the black helicopter that is a black helicopter that's flying away from me because I'm filming it, and then I filmed the stars, which are supposed stars, but we've got a super zoom now. I've got a S24, see, which has got a big zoom on it, and I filmed them moving. And then there's all this talk about drones in America and that at the moment, but these ones are black helicopters. They've been there for a long time, man. You know, at the end of the day, you can have a look at my content, but this is how these are run by. It's run by governments.
I'm sure.
And the way they're strategically placed is most of our cities, since Manhattan actually, have been built in a grid, and
sure.
where they positioned, they look down the grid one way, they look down the grid the other way, you know. And this
Sure.
is so they got it's a
Okay,
surveillance.
I'm sure.
Surveillance.
I'm
It
sure.
doesn't. Well, you can deny that, but I've got I've filmed that with my. This is like
I
this has got nothing
agree
to
that
do with.
I agree
knew
that
this
helicopters
before.
exist.
Yeah, I knew this way before I even questioned the shape of the Earth. It's only recently I've questioned the shape of the Earth. Only within the last. I'm 45, so it's only in the last 3 years that I've questioned it from seeing certain things. You know what I mean? Like before that, like I say, I know all the other shit about space and that, but I've had to go right. Wait a minute.
Yeah,
For
okay,
a start,
so like what,
when you look at
what
stars
things,
through a
what,
flipping
what else makes you
P1000,
think that the
which-
Earth is what else makes you think that the Earth is flat?
Well, for a start, you look for a start with the P1000, sees a long way now. I've seen
You have a
it.
P1000?
I've looked through one. I haven't got one myself.
Okay.
I've looked through one, but I haven't got one myself. But
have you ever used a telescope before?
Yeah, I used to have a giant telescope the whole time I was growing up.
Yeah, okay. So why not use a telescope instead of a camera?
I don't have a telescope now. I wasn't as interested in this thing now, but I can just with my phone, which has got a crazy zoom on it. I can zoom into these things that were supposed to be stars when I was growing up. Now I know they're black helicopters.
Oh no, you can't. You can't zoom them in. You can't zoom in stars on a phone. They're not able to focus on stars. The
No,
autofocus
but I
doesn't
can
work.
black helicopters.
I'm
to
sure.
the eye, which I couldn't
Anyway,
before.
what does this have to do with the shape of the Earth?
Well, it just wait, the stars aren't at the end of the day as well. Like the North Star Polaris is in the same spot as what it always has been. The
Can you
Georgia
see the
Guidestones-
North Star?
Have you seen the
Can you
Georgia Guidestones?
They don't exist anymore.
Okay.
Have you seen the North Star
I
before?
used to be able to see the North Star from the whole time I was growing up in
you
England. I could.
Can you see the North
And then-
Star? Wait, hold on. Why can't you see the North Star?
What's that?
Why can't you see the North Star?
Well, I don't know. I'm not out there looking for it right now, but we're
Well, wait a
right
minute.
down here.
You live in Australia. Why can't you? Have you ever seen the North Star from Australia?
Oh, I don't really look for the North Star in Australia because it's the North Star. You
Well,
know?
wait a minute.
But
Can you see it?
I wouldn't expect to see it because the world's a
Why
big
not?
place,
Wait,
man, you know. And
if
it goes,
if
it
the
goes,
Earth
it
is
goes.
flat,
We're
if the
a
Earth
long
is
way
flat,
away.
nothing should be
from it.
stopping you from seeing it. Right?
We're
If it's a flat Earth,
you
then
still go-
you know it
you
should
still get
just,
far
should
enough
just
away
have
from things
direct
you
line
can't
of
see
sight to
them.
it. Also, by the way, my hand was vertical when I did that. It was not.
No, you still get
it
because
was
you
not
get
this
far
way.
away from things that you can't see. No, because you get far away enough from things that you can't just see things straight. Like it doesn't matter how far. If you get far enough away from something, you can't see it. Do you know what I mean? And
How
that's
far
as
away is
simple as
the
that,
North Star?
You know,
How far away is the North Star? Do you think?
like my vision.
How far away do you think the North Star is?
You can only see a certain amount of distance. The 360 degree.
Wait, why not just use a
in
telescope?
360
That's a good point.
Space you can only see.
Your
You know
audio's
what I mean?
cutting out. Dre, your audio's cutting out. Why don't you just use a telescope? You can zoom the star back in.
Well, I know that all the other stars revolve around it, and I could go on to find some flipping live cam somewhere and prove that because it's just the way it
So,
is.
Dre,
you know what I mean?
I would
You
bet
know,
you
and that's
10,000.
like
I would bet. I would bet you. Dre,
astronomy.
I would bet you
That's the way it is.
I would bet you 10,000 Australian dollars that if you got a telescope, stuck it in your backyard, pointed it north, you would never be able to see the North Star from Australia. I'd bet you 10,000 Australian dollars.
Yeah, well,
Would you take
I've
that
never
bet?
tried. Maybe for Darwin you might go to.
I'd take it against $10. 1,000 to 1 odds in your favor.
No, because I believe because it's to do with the line of sight and refraction and shit. You know, like
Wait, I'm sorry. What's stopping you from seeing it? What's getting in the way?
we're too far. I'm too far away. Like
Then use
I'm
a
not
telescope.
looking. I don't believe it's
Telescope,
where you
zoom
think
in.
it is. See, that's the thing.
Zoom
I
in.
don't believe it's where you think it is. I believe it's in the middle, straight above.
I know. No.
I
I
don't
know
believe
where
it's-
you think.
I don't believe it's fucking billions.
I know where you
billions of
think
miles
it
away.
is.
I don't
know where
believe
you
it's
think-
billions of miles away.
Dre, I know where you think it is. So
I believe it's straight above the North Pole.
Dre, because there's a direct line of sight between you and it, with a big enough telescope, you should be able to see it. So I will give you 1,000 to 1 odds.
Nah, it doesn't
Get
work
a
like that.
telescope and zoom it in.
It doesn't work like that.
Why not? Why can't you see it? Just
It
get a
doesn't work
powerful
like
enough
that.
telescope. I thought it did work like that. I thought that you could
No,
just
it
zoom
just
in
doesn't
things
work
that
like
are
that.
gone.
It doesn't work like that.
What? Why not?
There's a perspective. It won't work like that.
Is perspective
Like if
just a
I'd have to move closer to it. It's like I wouldn't be able to see from the center. I wouldn't be able to see the stars that are on the outside.
Dre, for those who don't know,
I wouldn't be able to see the Seven Cross either.
For those who don't know, flat earthers, they say perspective when they mean magic I can't explain. Just in case everybody doesn't
Perspective. So you say perspective doesn't exist?
know. No, perspective doesn't explain
You
why
say
you
the
can't see the
perspective
North
doesn't
Star.
exist?
Of course perspective exists. It doesn't explain why you can't see the North Star.
And I know from people, because I've got a sniper friend as well. I've got a sniper
I'm
friend.
sure you do.
Who
I'm
could
sure
take a shot from a no. I've got one sniper friend who's in the Australian army.
Yep, sure you
I
do.
haven't seen him for a long time.
Yep, definitely. Goes to another school in Canada.
He doesn't. They didn't have to. I've shot a lot as well, man. But you know,
Yep,
I
he
shot
goes to
not as
another
good as
school.
him. But I'm not even allowed to have guns here. But so I've got to be careful saying that. So, but they're like they don't fucking take any sort of bloody curvature
that they
or
did.
spinning.
Why
They
are
don't
you bringing
take.
this up?
Yeah, I'm just saying that they don't.
So
So
are
it
we
could be
moving the
2.5
goalposts
Ks
again?
away.
Seems like we're moving the goalposts.
I'm just saying that snipers don't take it. Like you'd think that if you're going to shoot someone in the head.
Nobody
from,
said they did. Nobody said they did.
So-
It
so-
seems like you're
so-
moving the goalposts, though. So you know.
No, but answer that one. Why wouldn't
so
if
to
it
be
was
clear,
spinning
so
and it
hold
was
on, Dre,
curvatured?
Dre, 1 sec. So we were talking about flight paths. Your worldview got destroyed on that.
We're talking about flat
we were
Earth,
talking about.
and I'm
We were
talking
talking
about a
about the
sniper who doesn't have to adjust.
I'm gonna mute you. So we were talking about flight paths. Your worldview got destroyed on that. We were talking about the North Star. Your worldview got destroyed on that. Now we're changing topics to snipers. Nobody brought up snipers. I'm not telling you that a sniper needs to take into account the Coriolis effect. Why did you bring it up? You can unmute now.
Yeah.
So this is
It's flat Earth.
So this is the second goalpost.
It's something that you. But it's something that you can't explain.
What?
Because
that
it's
your
true.
Sniper doesn't need to use the Coriolis.
Well, if the world was spinning at 1,000 kilometers an hour and you shoot a bullet and you've got to get someone in the head from 2 Ks away, you'd think you'd have to make adjustments, wouldn't you?
The adjustments for wind would be significantly bigger.
Well, then the world's spinning at 1,000 kilometers an hour.
Yeah, the Coriolis
And then-
effect.
and then-
While
and
the
then-
Coriolis effect is, while significant, is not dominant. No.
And the 100 feet of curvature.
Yeah, so
whatever it is.
that you do have to take. You have to aim up when you're shooting 2Ks. You have to aim up.
And you don't. No, you don't. It doesn't have to aim up.
Wait. You think that you just aim
You
directly?
don't-
No. So do you know what? Hold on. Do you know what?
The way the
do you know
bullet
what?
goes, the bullet comes
Okay.
out, it goes up and down like a wave. That's what
So
happens. yeah?
Dre, this is how I know that
That's
you've
what
never
happens.
shot before in your life.
From the spin of the
because
bullet,
you
it
have to
goes up
zero
and down
your
like a
scope.
wave.
So when you're shooting at incredibly long distances, you have to zero your scope. And so it tilts your gun up so that it can hit a target that is very far away because it goes up and then down. And that accounts for the curvature of the Earth. You have to do that. Not very much, if you're only over 2Ks, it's only like, 10 inches or so. But yes, you absolutely have to adjust for the fact that gravity exists. If you want to hit something that is 2Ks away and has a 1-inch size, you'd have to account for the curvature of the Earth as well. You can unmute now if you want. But yeah, so I don't think that you don't even, if you don't even know what zeroing out your scope is, then I don't think that you've ever shot any distance. Not that I have, but like I even know this. And yeah, the wind is more significant of a factor than the Cornelius effect. Yeah, so just for the record, if you're at the equator and you're shooting at, say, what's 1,000 meters per second or something like that. That's a little bit fast for a bullet, but let's say it's 1,000 meters per second. 1,000 meters per second, you're firing east. The magnitude of the force being applied to your bullet is going to be the mass of your bullet times 1,000 meters per second times the rotational rate of the Earth, which I guess in radians we could probably compute. Rotational rate of Earth in radians. I'm just going to Google it because I can't be asked. Which is 7.3 times 10 to the minus 5 radians per second. So, plugging that in, if the mass of the bullet, what's the mass of a 50 BMG? Mass of a 50 BMG is what? It is, I don't know, 42 grams, let's say. Oh, wait, no. Let's just say it's 150 grams. Yeah, let's say it's 150 grams. So the force will be 0.15 times 1,000, because that's the speed. And then we have to multiply it by 0.150 times 1,000. 100 times 1,000. I don't know if he's here, but we're just doing math now. Times 0.000073. So the force that it would experience would be something like 0.01 newtons north, which is small, but over 2 kilometers, you know, over a few seconds, that's going to give you a slight deviation. We can even integrate that if you want. He's still muted.
I guarantee, because they're not shooting up to come back down again. The bullet travels.
They literally You literally have to aim up so that you can account for the
The
drop.
bullet goes up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. That's how a bullet goes. It goes up, down, up, down, up, down. It doesn't go up, then down. It doesn't do that. It goes up, down, up, down. No matter where you shoot it. That's how it flows through the air.
Do you think that bullets go like this?
It goes like this. Yeah,
Bullets
it goes
go
like a
like
wave,
this.
pretty much.
Bullets go like this.
No, they don't.
Wait, you think that
No, they
bullets
don't.
go like this?
If you shoot it a long way, that's why they shoot it up slightly, because you have to. It's like when you throw a knife, you're gonna make it spin a couple of times or not. Do you know what I mean? But
Go talk to your sniper friend about that.
But when you shoot a bullet, it doesn't just go in a straight line. You're trying to tell me that it just goes in a straight
goes
line.
up and
so
then
you
it goes down.
You've
Or
got to
if you
shoot it a
fire
bit higher
straight, it
to
just
make it come
goes
back down
down.
over the horizon. Yeah, is that what you know? Like you're trying to tell me that it doesn't go in a straight line.
Bullets fall.
It doesn't
so
go
they
in a
like
straight
this.
line.
No one ever said it goes in a straight line, dude.
You know, they go, but
You're
they
the one
do
who says
go
that
up,
bullets
down.
wiggle.
They go up, down, up, down. They go up, down, up, down. The same as a firework. When you launch a firework, the way that goes, it doesn't go in straight. It goes side, 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 like the bullet does. Same as this is what I'm talking about. If you haven't seen a firework launch,
Dre, I'm going to assign you some
Yes.
homework here, okay? Go tell your sniper friend this. I will bet you 10 Australian dollars that he laughs in your face.
well, he's already told me that he doesn't make any adjustments for anything to do with curvature or fucking
No,
the
just
spinning.
tell,
That's
just
what
tell
he's
him
told
that the
me.
bullet goes
So-
like this. Just tell him
And
that
he
the
told me
bullet
that he does make
swims.
adjustments. No, that's what that's what he told me is that he has to make adjustments for. I
Sure,
can't remember
I'm
the
sure
name
he
of
did
it.
it.
There's a name.
Go-
It's like
I'm
rifling.
sure-
It's
I'm
when
sure
you,
he does.
like,
I'm
you know,
sure
you
he
have
does.
rifling to make. You know, you have rifling. You know, you have rifling in a
Rifling
fucking
makes it,
down,
rifling
going
makes
down a
it go
barrel.
like this. It doesn't make it go up and down like a snake.
Yeah, that's right. That same motion. That
No,
same
it
motion
doesn't.
does the same thing.
Rifling
Do you know what I mean?
makes it.
Well, it
Rifling
flows.
makes
Yes,
it
it
go
does.
straight. It makes
Have
it.
you seen a
so
bullet? Have you
bullets-
seen a bullet go through
Bullets
water?
go like this.
Have you seen a bullet go through water? Have you seen what- have you-
Yes, I have.
Have you seen a bullet go through water? Have you
I
seen a
bet
bullet?
you 5 tubs of
seen
Vegemite.
the
Your sniper
perfect
friend
text?
disagrees with you. This is so funny. Yeah. So you should.
Have you
go
seen a
take a
perfect take through
ballistics
water?
class.
Do you think of that? Imagining
Sorry,
it.
one more time. Sorry, one more time.
It just does the same through air, except it's much more spread out than it is through water because the water is obviously much more resistance. Yeah.
So
But it's the
I
same.
would
It does the same
suggest-
thing.
So I'm gonna make a recommendation, Dre. Just take an intro mechanics course and learn about ballistics because bullets don't snake through the air.
Yes, they do. Sorry, but
Hold on. Do
They
you want
do,
to
they-
just pull
they
up?
most
Hold
definitely
on.
do.
I'm just gonna pull up an image for you. Here we go.
I'm gonna have to go, but I might have to come back in a minute. 'cause I've
No,
got to go and
you're
answer the
gonna
front
stick
door.
around. You're gonna stick around for another 30
Someone
seconds,
just comes
okay?
around.
You're gonna stick around for
No,
another
there's a
30
postman.
seconds.
I've got to go inside for.
30
All
seconds,
right.
okay? Here. This is the trajectory of a bullet. It goes up and then it arcs down. It even says ballistics for dummies. Oh, did he already run? No, he's still here. Yeah, see? That's the trajectory of a bullet. Oh, that's an ad.
Right. See what it says about firing around the flipping curvature. That same
Oh, well,
flipping.
I don't think that's on ballistics for dummies because that's an advanced topic. but
Have
it
a look, see,
doesn't
see
go
what
up
it
and
says about
down.
throwing around curvature.
It doesn't go like a wave, dude.
You see what it says about going around the curvature?
Wait, so are you going to agree that you were completely off the mark regarding bullets moving like waves?
Well, they do, but it's not dramatically. I'm not.
Oh, okay.
talking
Where
about-
is that in this
but
diagram?
That's
Where's
the
the
only
wave?
thing he has to make.
Where's
like,
the wave?
It's over a big space. It's like it's over. It's like
Is it
it's
in
not
the
like,
diagram? Are
as
the
it goes
waves
through
in the
the
room
air,
with
it's
me?
going like as it's going through the air, it's going up. That's just how the bullet moves through the fucking air. So that's the only thing that they've got to, is they've got to make sure they've got that shit on point. Otherwise, that's the only thing he told me about. He said you'd have to
okay,
make.
so
We don't
the
have to worry
bullet
about the
doesn't
spin of
move
the
like
air
a snake through
or
the
the
air.
curvature.
So the bullet doesn't move like a snake through the air, right?
Well, he said that's the only thing they've got to look out for.
No,
Not like
they
a
don't
snake.
do that.
I'm trying to fucking explain
they
it.
don't,
like
they don't go like this. They don't move like a dolphin. Yeah, anyway, so you should go talk to your sniper friend and tell him about what you don't know about ballistics, and then you can come back. But you said you had a person at the door, so I'm gonna let you go. But thanks for being here, bud.
Yeah, I'll go. Well,
Take care. Can we talk about the helicopter? They're drone bullets. Can we talk about the helicopter stars? True. Alright, let's talk to Shaitian. Helicopter
Hey,
stars.
buddy.
We gotta love that. Shay, how's it going?
Yeah, all good, man. You?
I'm doing alright. What shape do you think the Earth is?
I am I think the Earth is round. I don't actually want to discuss the topic. I was wondering if you could put some more ammo in my gun. Because I often talk to
if you
theists,
want more
and
ammo,
they
you
keep
should
falling
listen.
back.
Listen, but I gotta let you go because they're people of mine. Thanks for being here. Alright, we have a YouTube guest. Hopefully the audio won't be terrible. BB Buster, can you hear me alright? Testing, can you hear me? Yeah, are you a flat earther? What shape do you think the Earth is? Alright, one sec. Let me just put you into the thing. Alright, tell me, why do you think that the Earth could be flat and it could be round? Oh, I don't know. One sec. This is a stupid argument, by the way. This is a very stupid argument, by the way. But for some reason you're not coming through. I can hear you, but nobody else can. Try talking again. I don't know why it's not coming through. One more time. Okay, so YouTube can't hear you. I know YouTube can't hear you. Reconnect mic maybe? We're gonna copy that. We're gonna go paste it over here. We're gonna do that right there. And now give it a go. Alright, try one more time. Still nothing. Hold on. So BB Buster, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you go because A, it's not working. B, that's a stupid talking point. The Earth is not flat. The holographic principle doesn't apply to our universe. But anyway, it wasn't connecting. So I know TikTok can hear him, YouTube can't. All he was saying is that the Earth could be flat if the holographic principle, like, that's not what we're talking about, obviously. Obviously, that's not what we're talking about. Like, it's a semantic point that is also not true about our universe, but he just wants to talk about holography and physics, which is cool, but absolutely unrelated to the conversation at point. The conversation at heart. Nah, bro, how's it going?
Hey, what's going on, man?
It's going all right. What shape do you think the Earth is?
I'm like pretty sure it's flat, bro, like a pancake.
All right, why do you think so?
Because, like, I don't know. I'm sorry.
All right, later, dude. All right, well, our guest box is currently empty. And what that means is that I can just, talk with chat. Now, chat, look, we could do better. We're at 71. Oh, we have a guest box. We have a guest in the guest box. Dot, how's it going?
What's up, man?
Not a whole lot. What shape do you think the Earth is?
Oh, round, like a spear.
Why'd you join the guest box?
I just wanted to.
Okay.
Yep. See you, man.
Anyway, yeah, so I don't actually know why the audio wasn't working with the other guest. I still don't know how to get, like, it's so frustrating getting all, like, Video Ninja to work. It's so annoying. But we do our best. So if you're watching on YouTube and you want to join the conversation, click on the link in the description. It should work. At least I'll try to make it work. On the other hand, if you're watching on TikTok, click on the little blue and red thingy at the bottom and join in the conversation. We can have a conversation if you think the Earth is flat. I'm generally pretty nice as long as you don't just keep talking forever and, interrupt me all the time. Snot, how's it going?
Good.
What shape do you think the Earth is?
I think it's wiener shaped.
I'm sure you do. Do you mean, like your wiener, small and thin and embarrassing, or like my wiener, and I'm not gonna get into that. Linda, how's it going? Linda? Linda? Linda. Okay, I don't think Linda's connecting. No, there are things I can't say because this is going to be on YouTube permanently. Things I would normally say if it was temporary. But things I cannot say. Alright, let's bring up another guest. On the internet forever, right? In principle, I could take it down or censor it, but... Good going, I scared Linda off. I didn't mean to, Linda. I'm sorry, Linda. Adelaise, how's it going?
Hello? Yeah, what's up, man?
What shape do you think the Earth is?
What was that? Sorry?
What shape do you think the Earth is?
What shape do you think the Earth is?
You have some echo, by the way.
Oh, one second. Let me fix that. Give me 1 second.
Please do.
Yes,
Waiting for pairing.
how about now? Is it still
yeah,
as
we
bad?
seem okay.
If you...
No, it seems good. Right, what shape do you think the Earth is?
Personally, I don't think it's flat, but why would it be a sphere?
Well, I mean, sunsets happen. By the way, Adelaise, are you driving?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'll hop off.
It's okay. Yeah, don't TikTok and drive. B-Buster, the holographic principle doesn't apply to an asymptotically de Sitter or an asymptotically flat spacetime. It's also just a conjecture based on string theory, which has no evidence for it. Saver, how's it going?
Hey, I'm a longtime viewer. I don't think the Earth is flat, but I really wanted to ask you what you think about our current president denying so much science.
You're gonna make me cry.
You're gonna make me cry. I hate it so much. He has the worst take on science. His take on science, I heard from somebody, are the worst. It's awful.
But I gotta let you go.
Obama and Kamala.
Sorry. Yeah, it's Kamala. He says Kamala, not Kamala.
There's Obama and there's Kamala. And they both ran terrible campaigns. The most terrible.
Alright, it looks like Mepped Up is not connecting either. Kamala. So true. That was so rude. Why do you treat people like that? Treat people like what? True. Science is made up. Hang up in their face. Look, there are rules. Tiffany, I get so many trolls and so many people wanting to ask questions. I have room for opposition. It says it in the description. You get, if you're opposition, please join. Otherwise, don't join. No, I work outside. I live outside of the US. Yes, some dude in Canada, we do have direct observation of atoms, actually. Which is super cool. We can use electron microscopes. Kamala. Kamala. Yeah, we do. They're called scanning tunneling electron microscopes. They're really, really cool. This isn't Nom, there are rules. True. All observations are interpretations of data sets. Canada.
Yo.
Fu Manchu, how's it going?
Good.
Fox, thanks for the $10 super chat. You're huge. I appreciate you. Fu, what shape do you think the Earth is?
Personally, I think it's a sphere. I just want to say I enjoy your show. Thanks for being live
appreciate
and
that.
stuff.
Take care.
Okay.
If we just get 21 more K likes on TikTok, by the way, we will get... I'll put my hair down. You guys have about an hour, 50 minutes or so. I mean, it's boring in here, and I want to actually hear discussion on something. Well, Tiffany, if send this to all of your favorite flat earthers then. Otherwise, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, so I'm not going to get a new computer until I move back to the States. Do snipers break out a compass to check the direction of spin? No, they usually don't have to account for the Coriolis effect. Even over 2 kilometers, the Coriolis effect, even at the equator, shooting due east, the Coriolis force is very, very small. It's like a tenth of, or like 1% of a Newton. Now, if you integrate that over flight time, I don't know, what's the flight time of a bullet? 1,000 meters per second, so 2 seconds. Then that means that you'll get a velocity difference of about 2 meters per second to the north. Wait, hold on. Omega cross V. Sorry, that'd be down. So you'd get a deviation about 2 meters per second downwards, which is really, really insignificant. So it's just really not much. So they don't really have to worry about it. Why haven't all the flat earthers pooled together for a flight to the edge? They went to Antarctica. 4 of them did. 1 of them is no longer a flat earther. The others have been excommunicated. 2 meters per second, not 2 meters. But it would fall much further than that in the 2 seconds. In 2 seconds, something will fall. So we can integrate that. So 1/2 AT squared. So if it takes 2 seconds, then it would be about, yeah, it'd be the equivalent of about a 2 meter drop over 2 kilometers, the Coriolis effect. However, over that same amount of time, the actual thing will fall 20 meters just due to gravity alone. So, like the effect is negligible. And that's at the equator, firing at 1,000 meters per second. Like, not very realistic. Did they ostracize the ones who went? Yeah, Witsit has been called a shill. Yeah, a lot. Why would I come back now? Because I promised my wife we would. Yeah, exactly. You dial in your scope and that's what you gotta do. No, I'm actually currently hoping for a job offer. But we shall see. Yeah, I'm married. Right here. Why'd you scare all the flat earthers? They struggle. If the Earth is round, why are my Apex teammates mental? True! It's wild to have some Canadian guy thinks he knows physics better than a physicist, right? Isn't that funny? So you have to do V, so omega cross V, which would be inwards, which would give you a downward force. Yeah, I'm a wife guy. Are you doing another postdoc? Well, if I get a job, yeah, hopefully. Unless somebody offers me a tenure track position, but... Who went to Antarctica besides Whitson? Jeranism and then Jeranism, Flatzoid, and a smaller person. Omega Cross V. There you go. We have to do the Omega Cross V. By the way, this is not an Elon salute. This is an Omega Cross V. Why didn't Neil Armstrong put it on the Bible that he went to the moon and also take $5,000 that he could have gave to charity? Oh, I don't know, but like other astronauts have, so I don't know why it's relevant. Elon is not a Nazi. Well, if he's not, then he's sure doing a bad job of proving it. Like, if he wasn't, he would have just said, sorry, didn't mean to do that. What's your degree in? I have a PhD in physics. There y'all go. I think I did that calculation wrong because I should really divide by the mass to get the acceleration. So yeah, I could redo the calculation if I wanted to. Am I still looking for tenure track? I'm applying for them. I almost certainly didn't get them though. I'm too young. Also, it looks like we're not getting any more guests, so I'm not sure what's going on. But if you want to send this out to anybody you like, otherwise we can just talk. Do you mostly deal with theoretical or applied physics? I'm a theorist. I'm a mathematical physicist, really. What is the speed you need to decelerate to a moon to land? I don't know what the escape velocity is of the moon off the top of my head. A 3.5 kilometer shot would be 10 meters per second. Yeah, so we really have to work. So we need the acceleration, right? So the acceleration actually, okay, let's just pull it up. So 0.00075 times 1,000 meters per second. So the acceleration is 0.075 meters per second squared. So if it flies for, yeah, okay, so I just got that way, I was just way off before. So if it flies for 2 seconds, then we can square that and we can get the deviation. We can square that, square the 2 seconds, we get 4 seconds, and then divide by 2. So it would actually be off, it would only deviate by 15 centimeters down. So 15 centimeters over a 2 kilometer distance, that would be accounted for with the 0. Like you'd be off by like 6 inches over 2 kilometers. So yeah, it's just not like a big effect. Yeah, I don't know how I got those things, that previous result, but I just redid the calculation. So, how important is point set topology for physics? It can be pretty important depending on what you're doing. 6 inches is the difference between a headshot and a miss. Well, yes it is, but at 2 kilometers, you're not hoping for a headshot, right? You're hoping to land a body shot, right? Where do you recommend that a non-physicist start in gaining scientific literacy? Pick up A Brief History of Time by Stephen Hawking. Are there any theoretical mediums that speed up photons beyond Z? No. Yes. Actually, yes. I have a video on it from a while ago. It's called the Scharnhorst effect. On a north-south shots, Coriolis causes drift. Well, that's true, but not at the equator. Only off the equator. What do flat earthers think about Australia? They don't think. Why aren't scheduling debates with actual flat earthers? They're welcome to come up. They just never do. I don't know why. What's your opinion about social sciences? They're fine. Do you deny that stellar parallax is fraudulent? No? Hey, you should come up, some dude in Canada. You want to come up? Come on up. Give us some entertainment. Entertain the masses. Did I get the job yet? No, but hopefully I'll hear back soon. Ah, here he is. Canada, what do you, what nonsense do you want to talk about today?
So go ahead and defend stellar parallax to me and prove to me that it's not all based on models and theories.
Stellar parallax is observed.
Because you
right?
cannot.
You agree it's observed?
You cannot measure a distant unknown object without a known reference point, Dr. Blitz, and you know this. So you're either actively deceiving people.
The distance? Are you talking about the distance, or are you talking about the like the
any of your
speed, or what are you
measurements,
talking about?
any of your stellar measurements for the sun, the moon, all that stuff,
we
it's
use
all
known
fake.
reference points. We use known reference points.
What is your known reference point for the moon?
We can use, for example, the distance between Los Angeles to New York to figure out the distance
No, you
to the
can't.
moon. Sure you can.
That's an earthbound measurement. You cannot
Yes.
measure a distant unknown object without a known reference point, Dr. Blitz, and
I
you know
gave you the-
this.
I gave you
You're
the known
actively
reference point.
deceiving people. You're
The
bearing
known
false
reference point.
witness. The toll
I'm
is
bearing
coming
false
due,
witness.
Dr.
Yeah,
Blitz.
I gave you the known
We're
reference
coming.
point. The known reference point is Los Angeles and New York.
That is an earthbound measurement,
Yes, it is.
Dr. Blitz.
And
That
that's
does
a
not
reference
apply
point
to a
that you
stellar
can use.
object that you have
You can
no
use
known
that.
reference point.
You can use that to figure out the distance to the moon. In fact, this has been done on a TikTok live. What they did is they had one observer in New York simultaneous with another observer in Los
You're
Angeles.
done,
And
Dr.
they measured
Blitz.
they
You're
measured the
done.
difference in position as viewed from the two observers using trigonometry, very basic
You are a
trigonometry.
deceiver.
You can then figure
You
out
are a
how far
deceiver.
away the moon is. Do you want to listen and like actually rebut anything I just said, or are you just
No,
gonna
because it's
cry?
complete nonsense and you're deceiving people. And
Okay,
we're coming,
which part was
Dr.
nonsense?
Blitz.
Which part was nonsense? Oh, he left. He's so sad. Also, was that a threat? Do you think that was a threat? Dude definitely has some stuff on his hard drive, though. Absolutely. Hey, Ben Yehudis, thank you for the $5 on Buy Me a Coffee. I appreciate you. By the way, if you want to support me, there's you could subscribe on YouTube if you're watching on YouTube. You could follow on TikTok. You can join the Discord and have a conversation with a bunch of other insane people who like these kinds of debates and like my content. Alternatively, you can support me on Cash App or Buy Me a Coffee. There are links in my bio on YouTube or in my bio on TikTok. He was kind of nervous. It's okay. It's okay. We don't fault people for being nervous. He's in front of 700-ish people. So, I understand. I understand the fear. Do you follow Dr. Carl from Australia? No, I don't know who that is. Does measurement work different in space? Well, according to them, yes. Do you actually buy coffee with it? Well, I do spend money on coffee. Yes. I smell the Discord mod energy. Well, I host it. Like, I have a Discord for my community. I don't know what Discord mod energy means, though. I've never been a Discord mod. So I don't know what that's like. Not nervous, no fear, stop deceiving people. You sound kind of afraid. I mean, you kind of ran away. How many monitors do you have? I have exactly one monitor. Exactly one monitor on a 5-year-old PC. And we're multi-streaming. We're doing okay, right? Deceivers will be dealt with. I'm sure they will. I'm sure there were some dude in Canada. Now, make sure that you go wipe your hard drive before the cops come, okay? One monitor is serial killer behavior. It's true, though. It's true. Look, I just don't have a big desk, and I don't have a permanent setup here because I knew it was going to be temporary, so I didn't invest a whole lot of time in my setup. Thank you for the $2 Canadian loot. I appreciate you. You're a better Canadian than the other guy, don't worry. How much money do you believe that you spend on coffee per month? Oh, that's a good question. So I work from home a lot. So I buy the cheapest coffee at like ground coffee I can and then use that. But when I'm working on campus, it's probably around, oh my God. Yeah, my guess is like, I don't know, $10. Maybe $15. Blitz equals the deceiver in Hebrew. It's true. Blitz means deceiver in Hebrew. No, probably closer to $10 because like it's like $3 or $2 for my vending machine on campus, and then I go in 2 or 3 times a week, and then $10 for coffee isn't that well? No. So that's from like when I buy it from somewhere else, not from the grounds. When I just use the grounds, it's like super cheap. So yeah. No, I did not read North Whitehead or Alfred North Whitehead. No, I have not. Well, y'all, since we're out of guests, I think what we might do, is I do use a French press. I think that we're going to. Oh yeah, I'll explain the trig explanation. So look, so this actually happened between I think it was Globey McGlobeface and one other creator on TikTok. I don't remember exactly who it was. But anyway, basically what happens is that we know that the stars are fixed in the sky, meaning that they're very, very far away. So we can use them as reference points. And so all you have to do is look at where the moon is relative to the fixed stars from LA, and at the same time look at the moon relative to the fixed stars in New York. And what you'll find is that they're in slightly different places. You can measure the angular difference just by, using a telescope, a protractor, or whatever. And what you'll find is there'll be a small, small deviation, and that's because they're looking from slightly different places at the moon. And so what that means is that you can then calculate how far away the moon is based off of how far away Los Angeles is to New York. It's called triangulation, and this was done, and you get really close answers. Like, surprisingly close answers. So, yeah, that's the thing that you can do. Anyway, y'all, it does seem like Flat Earth is indeed dead, and I killed it. So, I'm going to end the live here. I think I'm going to play some Marvel Rivals with my wife if she wants to. Yeah, she wants to. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. We're going to do another peer review. So tune in for that, and yeah, see you tomorrow. Take care, everybody.